आप नाम से ही यहाँ पर पता लगा सकते हैं कि इट इज एक्चुअली ग्रुप ऑफ 20। तो ये 20 क्या है? दे 20 आर डिफरेंट नेशंस अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड। तो ये दरअसल एक इंटर गवर्नमेंटल फोरम है। हम कई इस तरीके से फोरम्स और प्लेटफॉर्म्स के बारे में बात करते हैं, तो वन सच प्लेटफॉर्म और फोरम इज एक्चुअली G20, जहां पर 19 अलग अलग कंट्रीज और एक यूरोपियन यूनियन जो है वो पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, डिस्कशंस और डिबेट वहां पर करते हैं। तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो मेजर इश्यूज हमें G20 में इस इंटर गवर्नमेंटल फोरम में जो देखने को मिलते हैं वो ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी से रिलेटेड होते हैं ज्यादातर, जो कि इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी से डील करते हैं, क्लाइमेट चेंज मिटिगेशन यानी कि क्लाइमेट चेंज और उससे रिलेटेड जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट से चीजें हैं उनके बारे में डिस्कशन करते हैं, और सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का कॉन्सेप्ट जो कि हाल ही में बहुत ही प्रोमिनेंस ले चुका है, तो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट के कॉन्सेप्ट पर यहाँ पर डिस्कशंस किए जाते हैं और चंद इंपॉर्टेंट से डिसीजंस भी लिए जाते हैं। आगे उनके बारे में पढ़ेंगे। तो सबसे पहले जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि दरअसल ये ग्रुपिंग की जरूरत क्या पड़ गई थी। हम कई रीजनल ग्रुपिंग्स की भी बातें करते हैं, हम कई इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस की भी बात करते हैं, तो G20 की जरूरत हमें कब महसूस हुई? तो जैसे कि आप सभी को पता है कि वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 और 2 ने हमारी वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमी को, इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम को बहुत बुरी तरीके से मार दी हुई थी, और यूरोपियन कंट्रीज जो कि आज हेवीली इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड देखे जाते हैं, एट द टाइम ऑफ वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 बहुत ही मीगर हो चुके थे, बहुत ही मजबूत थे, बहुत ही वीक थे। तो ऐसी जरूरत हमें महसूस हो रही थी कि हमें एक वर्ल्ड क्लास इंस्टीट्यूशन बनाने की जरूरत थी, हमें चंद ऐसे इनिशिएटिव्स लेने की जरूरत थी जो कि इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर हमारे फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम को सही तौर पर मेंटेन कर सके, कोऑर्डिनेशन हमारी इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी से रिलेटेड सही हो सके। और उससे रिलेटेड सबसे मेजर डिसीजन हम ऑलरेडी देखते हैं, विच इज ब्रेटन वुड कॉन्फ्रेंस जो चला हुआ था 1944 में, जिसके रिजल्ट के सबब हम इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड और वर्ल्ड बैंक जैसे इंस्टीट्यूशंस का एस्टेब्लिशमेंट देखते हैं। तो ऑन द सेम लाइन महज वर्ल्ड बैंक और इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड का एस्टेब्लिशमेंट होना काफी नहीं था, इस तरीके के और भी कई वर्ल्ड क्लास इंस्टीट्यूशंस और इनिशिएटिव्स हमारे लिए बहुत ही जरूरी थे। तो उसी सच नीड में से बाहर आया हुआ एक कॉन्सेप्ट था द ग्रुपिंग ऑफ 20, इट इज G20। तो G7 जो थे वो नेशंस ऑलरेडी जो वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डेवलप्ड जो नेशंस थे 1970s में उन्होंने उनकी बैठक हुई थी, और G7 वहां से हमें एस्टेब्लिश होता हुआ देखने को मिलते हैं। मैं आपको आगे भी इसके बारे में थोड़ा बहुत बताऊंगा। तो G7 के इनिशिएटिव से जो है सबसे पहली बार हमें G20 का कॉन्सेप्ट देखने को मिलता है, खासकर ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस जब हो रहे थे 1990s में, और एशियन इकोनॉमीज जो थे वहां पर थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा खासा डेवलपमेंट दिखा रहे थे। तो यहाँ पर G7 नेशंस को पता चल गया कि अगर हमें वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर को सही तौर पर मेंटेन करना है, हमारे फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम्स को अगर हमें सही तौर पर मेंटेन करना है, तो हमें जस्ट डेवलप्ड नेशंस नहीं, हमें डेवलपिंग और अंडर डेवलप्ड नेशंस को भी साथ लेकर चलना है। क्योंकि उस टाइम फ्रेम में एशियन कंट्रीज जो खासकर इंडिया, ब्राजील, इस तरीके के जो इवन साउथ अमेरिकन नेशंस भी जो थे वो बहुत ही प्रोमिनेंस दिखा रहे थे, वो डेवलपमेंट में बहुत ही आगे जा रहे थे। तो इस तरीके के नए नए मार्केट्स को भी साथ लेकर चलना बहुत ही जरूरी था। उन्हें इंपॉर्टेंस पता चल गया कि इस तरीके के जो नेशन से वो बहुत ही क्रूशियल हो सकते हैं। सो दिस एक्चुअली पेव्ड वे फॉर द फॉर्मल एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ G20 ग्रुपिंग। तो वहां पर कैनेडियन फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर पॉल मार्टिन साहब जो थे वो सबसे पहली बार चेयरमैन की तरह चूज किए गए थे फॉर दैट इनॉग्रल सेशन। लेकिन यहाँ पर एक खास बात ये थी कि 1999 में G20 का आइडिया जो पूरी तरीके से आता है, उसका एस्टेब्लिशमेंट भी होता है, लेकिन वो बहुत ही इरेगुलर था, यानी कि उसे पूरी तरीके से एक स्ट्रक्चरल और इंस्टीट्यूशनल फॉर्म उसे नहीं दिया गया था। तो सबसे दूसरा मेजर जो डिसीजन आता है एज फार एज एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ G20 इज कंसर्न, वो 2008 में आता है। आप सभी को पता है 2008 में पूरी दुनिया ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस से गुजर रही थी, और खासकर यूएस जैसी कंट्री भी बहुत ही मजबूर थी इस फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस से गुजरने के लिए। तो एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वर्ल्ड लीडर्स को फिर से पता चल गया कि नहीं, और खासकर G20 लीडर्स को, कि वी आर द नेक्स्ट बिग थिंग इन दिस इकोनॉमी, इन दिस मार्केट। तो जाहिर सी बात है हमें साथ लेकर चलना पड़ेगा, हमें कंसेंसस बिल्ड करके ही, और हाईएस्ट पॉलिटिकल लेवल पर जब तक हम डिसीजंस नहीं लेंगे, हम एक इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल ऑर्डर को सस्टेन और सर्वाइव नहीं कर सकते। तो यही वो मेजर डिसीजन था 2008 में, जहां पर G20 लीडर्स ने एक यूनाइट डिसीजन लिया हुआ था, ठान लिया हुआ था कि वो हर साल एनुअली मीट करेंगे इन समिट्स पे। तो इन ऑर्डर टू प्रिपेयर फॉर दिस समिट्स द G20 फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर्स एंड सेंट्रल बैंक गवर्नर्स कंटिन्यू टू मीट ऑन देयर ओन ट्वाइस अ ईयर। तो हर साल जो हाईएस्ट पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स होते हैं कंट्रीज के, यानी कि अगर किसी कंट्री में प्राइम मिनिस्टर है और किसी कंट्री में प्रेसिडेंट्स, तो वहां पर ईयरली एक समिट होता है। मैं वो समिट्स किस तरीके से होते हैं उसके बारे में बताऊंगा। तो सेपरेटली अपार्ट फ्रॉम दोज इंपॉर्टेंट समिट्स, हर साल जो है 2 बार फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर्स और सेंट्रल बैंक के गवर्नर्स उन रेस्पेक्टिव कंट्रीज के वो मिलते हैं, एजेंडास वगैरह वो डिस्कस करते हैं। तो यहाँ पर अगर आप देखेंगे होलिस्टिकली आपको थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा खासा समझ में आ जाएगा कि किस तरीके से G20 का इजाद हुआ। तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं G7 जो कि उस टाइम फ्रेम में 1973-75 के आसपास ऑलरेडी वो डेवलप्ड थे, कनाडा, फ्रांस, जर्मनी, इटली, जापान, यूके और यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका। तो यहाँ पर ये फर्दर लेकर आगे जा रहे थे इंटरनेशनली एक ऐसा इंस्टीट्यूशन बनाने का, एक ऐसा ऑर्डर बनाने का जो सर्वाइव और सस्टेन कर सके। और 1997 में रशिया को भी इसमें इंक्लूड किया गया था और इसे G8 का ग्रुपिंग दिया हुआ था और फाइनली 1999 में हमें G20 का ग्रुपिंग देखने को मिलता है। तो आप यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं इन सभी कंट्रीज को कलेक्टिवली G20 का मेंबर कहा जाता है। तो अपार्ट फ्रॉम ऑल दीज G7 और G8 नेशंस, अर्जेंटीना, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ब्राजील, चाइना, यूरोपियन यूनियन, इंडिया, इंडोनेशिया, मेक्सिको, सऊदी अरेबिया, साउथ अफ्रीका, साउथ कोरिया एंड टर्की आर एक्चुअली द G20 मेंबर्स। तो यूरोपियन यूनियन का भी रिप्रेजेंटेशन हमें यहाँ पर देखने को मिलता है, इसीलिए 19 कंट्रीज प्लस 1 यूरोपियन यूनियन, इन सभी को G20 का ग्रुपिंग कहा जाता है। तो देयर आर फ्यू परमानेंट गेस्ट इनवाइटीज भी जिन्हें रेगुलरली इसके समिट्स में बुलाया जाता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर भी रिप्रेजेंटेशन बहुत ही जरूरी है। तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं अफ्रीकन यूनियन, एशिया, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट क्रूशियल वन अगेन साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में, तो उन्हें भी यहाँ पर एज अ परमानेंट गेस्ट इनवाइटी बुलाया जाता है। फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी बोर्ड, फूड एंड एग्रीकल्चर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ILO, IMF और खासकर स्पेन की खास बात है, स्पेन इकलौता ऐसा कंट्री है जो परमानेंट गेस्ट इनवाइटी की तरह G20 के समिट्स को हाजिर होता है, वहां पर रिप्रेजेंटेशन देता है। तो बाकी के भी आप देख सकते हैं न्यू पार्टनरशिप फॉर अफ्रीकन डेवलपमेंट, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट, यूनाइटेड नेशंस, वर्ल्ड बैंक ग्रुप, WHO और वर्ल्ड ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को भी यहाँ पर परमानेंट गेस्ट इनवाइटीज की तरह बुलाया जाता है। तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि कितना क्रूशियल G20 इनफॉर्मल या फिर G20 ये इंटर गवर्नमेंटल फोरम है। इसका सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? अच्छी बात है सर, तो हमें इस तरीके के क्या बाकी के भी कंट्रीज या फिर इस तरीके के ग्रुपिंग्स नहीं है क्या? एशियान भी है, सार्क के भी बारे में हमने बात किया, ऐसे कई हैं। तो इसका सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? G20 किस लिए एक प्रोमिनेंट प्लेस रखता है? तो G20 बहुत ही स्ट्रेटेजिक रोल प्ले करता है, खासकर हमारे ग्लोबल इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ और प्रॉस्पेरिटी को इंश्योर करने में, सिक्योर हमारे फ्यूचर बनाने में, खासकर एज फार एज आवर इकोनॉमिक स्ट्रेंथ इज कंसर्न्ड। क्योंकि यहाँ पर आप आंकड़े अगर देखें तो G20 मेंबर्स जो जितने भी 19 कंट्रीज प्लस 1 यूरोपियन यूनियन है, वो सभी मिलाकर 60% ऑफ द वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, 80% ऑफ द ग्लोबल GDP को वो रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं और 75% ऑफ ग्लोबल एक्सपोर्ट्स को वो इकलौते रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। तो आप देख सकते हैं कि किस लिए G20 ग्रुपिंग इतना सिग्निफिकेंट है और पूरी दुनिया जो है वो रुकती है देखने के लिए कि G20 का मीटिंग क्या चल रहा है और वहां पर आउटकम क्या था, एजेंडा क्या था, डिस्कशंस क्या थे। क्योंकि वर्चुअली 2/3 ऑफ द वर्ल्ड का कहीं ना कहीं हम देख सकते हैं इंपॉर्टेंट जो पॉपुलेशन का रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो, ग्लोबल GDP का हो या फिर ग्लोबल एक्सपोर्ट्स का हो, वो हमें इन G20 नेशन से ही देखने को मिलता है। और G20 काम किस तरीके से करता है? देखिए, प्रेसिडेंसी जो है वो हर साल रोटेट होती है अमंग ऑल द मेंबर्स। तो 19 जो कंट्रीज हैं और यूरोपियन यूनियन जो है उनके बीच ये प्रेसिडेंसी जो है वो इवॉल्व होती ही रहती है। और खासकर यहाँ पर आपको एक टर्म जानना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, दैट इज ट्रॉइका। Troika, with the country that holds the presidency working together with its predecessor and successor are also known as a Troika to ensure the continuity of the agenda. तो हर 3 साल के लिए जो है ऑलरेडी मेंबर्स को चूज किया जाता है, अलग अलग ग्रुपिंग्स होते हैं, मैं आपको उसके बारे में भी बताऊंगा। तो इस ट्रॉइका को जो है वो मिलाकर 3 साल के प्रेसिडेंसीज दिए जाते हैं। अब मान लेते हैं कि करेंटली इटली, जिसने पिछले साल ही G20 समिट को होस्ट किया हुआ था 2021, अभी करेंटली 2022 इंडोनेशिया बाली में हो रहा है और 2023 इंडिया न्यू दिल्ली में जो है ये होस्ट होगा। तो इन 3 कंट्रीज को मिलाकर ट्रॉइका कहा जाता है। तो एजेंडा जो G20 इटली में सेट करता है वो इंडोनेशिया और इंडिया में भी कंटिन्यू होता है। तो बाद इनके अगेन 3 ट्रॉइकास को चूज किया जाता है जो कि फर्दर आगे नेक्स्ट 3 साल के लिए प्रेसिडेंसी होल्ड करेंगे और इंपॉर्टेंट से एजेंडास डिस्कस करेंगे। और G20 का कोई भी परमानेंट सेक्रेटेरिएट नहीं है। हम सार्क की बात करते हैं, एशियान की बात करते हैं, इन सभी के हेडक्वार्टर्स कहीं ना कहीं होते हैं, सेक्रेटेरिएट्स होती है। यहाँ पर परमानेंट सेक्रेटेरिएट नहीं होता, इसीलिए इसे बहुत ही यूनिक और डायनामिक माना जाता है कि जिस कंट्री में जो डिस्कशन होता है या फिर जिस कंट्री ने होस्ट किया हुआ होता है वहां पर नया सा सेक्रेटेरिएट बनाया जाता है, क्योंकि जहां पर वो एजेंडा जो डिस्कशंस किए गए हैं वो उसी कंट्री से ही इनिशिएट किए जाते हैं और वहीं से दे मेक श्योर दैट दे ऑल आर फुलफिल्ड। agenda and the work coordination is completely by the G20 leaders personal representatives known as शेरपास। तो हर कंट्री अपने अपने रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स को भेजती है चूज करके। तो इंडिया ने अपने शेरपा को जो है पीयूष गोयल साहब को चुनकर भेजा हुआ था, एंड टुगेदर विद फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर्स एंड सेंट्रल बैंक गवर्नर्स। तो ये तीनों पोजीशंस बहुत ही क्रूशियल है। रिमेंबर, एक तो शेरपा जो कि रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं उस कंट्री को, ठीक है, वहां पर पर्सनल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स उस G20 लीडर्स के मान लेते हैं कि इंडिया में तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी है, तो उन्होंने अपना रिप्रेजेंट देने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं पीयूष गोयल साहब को भेजा हुआ है। एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर निर्मला सीतारमण जी और सेंट्रल बैंक गवर्नर, हमारे यहाँ तो आरबीआई है सेंट्रल बैंक, तो शक्तिकांता दास साहब। तो ये तीनों बहुत ही क्रूशियल होते हैं इस G20 के वर्क के लिए। तो इसी तरीके से 19 कंट्रीज और यूरोपियन यूनियन भी अपने इस तरीके के रिप्रेजेंटेशंस भेजता है। और प्रेसिडेंसी का सिलेक्शन कैसा होता है, अभी हमने देखा, अच्छी बात है, ट्रॉइका है, हर 3 साल एजेंडा चेंज होते हैं, कंटिन्यूटी के लिए भी अच्छी बात है, लेकिन सिलेक्ट किस तरीके से होते हैं। तो 19 कंट्रीज जो पूरे हैं ना, उन सभी को 5 अलग अलग ग्रुपिंग्स में डिवाइड किया गया है। ऑफ कोर्स यूरोपियन यूनियन जो है वो रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ सेपरेट कंट्रीज है, तो उसे किसी ग्रुपिंग में नहीं रखा गया है। तो ईच हैविंग नो मोर देन 4 कंट्रीज, द प्रेसिडेंसी रोटेट्स बिटवीन ईच ग्रुप एवरी ईयर। द G20 सेलेक्ट्स अ कंट्री फ्रॉम अनदर ग्रुप टू बी प्रेसिडेंट। तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं 5 अलग अलग ग्रुपिंग्स अलग अलग रीजन्स को रिप्रेजेंट करते हुए आपको देखे जाएंगे। तो हर ग्रुप में से, अलग अलग ग्रुप में से एक एक कैंडिडेट को पिक किया जाता है ताकि वो क्युमुलेटिवली एक साल के बाद प्रेसिडेंसी चूज की जाए। तो आप देख सकते हैं इंडिया जो है वो ग्रुप 2 का हिस्सा है। तो इस तरीके से इन 5 अलग अलग ग्रुपिंग्स में से, कंट्रीज में से चुने जाते हैं, यानी कि वही कुछ चुनते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि कोई सेपरेट प्रोसेस है, वही कंट्रीज ही चुनते हैं अपने बीच में से कि कौन जो है वो नेक्स्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन देगा। तो अब तक जो है जो जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट से G20 समिट्स हैं उन सभी के बारे में हम थोड़ा बहुत देखते हैं। तो सबसे पहला, जैसे कि आप सभी को पता है, वॉशिंगटन डीसी में हुआ था, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका, फॉलोड बाय यूके लंदन, एंड देन थर्ड समिट जो था वो अगेन यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स पिट्सबर्ग में हुआ था, फोर्थ कनाडा टोरंटो में हुआ था, फिफ्थ समिट जो था वो साउथ कोरिया सियोल में हुआ था, सिक्स्थ फ्रांस कैनिस, सेवेंथ मेक्सिको में था, और एट्थ रशिया सेंट पीटर्सबर्ग में हुआ था, नाइन्थ ऑस्ट्रेलिया ब्रिस्बेन, 10th टर्की में हुआ था, और 11th जो था वो चाइना ग्वांगझो में हुआ था, 12th G20 समिट जर्मनी में था, और 13th G20 समिट अर्जेंटीना में था, 14th जापान ओसाका में था, 15th सऊदी अरेबिया रियाद में था, और 16th इटली रोम में हुआ था हाल ही में ही। तो हर G20 समिट में कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कोई इंपॉर्टेंट से डिक्लेरेशंस और डिसीजंस लिए ही गए थे। तो बहुत ही क्रूशियल हैं ये सभी समिट्स। तो अभी एज ऑफ नो 2022 के लिए जो कि 17th समिट चलने वाला है वो इंडोनेशिया होस्ट कर रहा है करेंटली, विच इज इन बाली। तो 2023 के लिए जो कि इंडिया जो है जिसने होस्टशिप एक्ट की हुई है, तो वो मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली न्यू दिल्ली में हो सकता है। तो इससे रिलेटेड अभी जैसे कि मैंने वीडियो के पहले में आपको कहा कि हाल ही में ही कैबिनेट के इंपॉर्टेंट से डिसीजंस लिए गए थे कि सेक्रेटेरिएट कहां पर होगा, कौन कौन क्या क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज लेगा, वो सभी एलोकेट और असाइन किए गए हैं 2023 के लिए। और 2024 के लिए भी एक्सपेक्टेड है ब्राजील। अभी कुछ फुल फ्लेश कहा नहीं गया है, क्योंकि जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि ट्रॉइका यहाँ पर तीन कंट्रीज जो मिलकर काम करते हैं। तो 19th समिट जो है वो एक्सपेक्टेड 2024 ब्राजील कर सकता है, और 2025 के लिए साउथ अफ्रीका कर सकता है। एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम द लीडर लेवल, हाईएस्ट लेवल जो के समिट्स ऑलरेडी चलते हैं जहां पर कंट्रीज के प्रेसिडेंट्स या प्राइम मिनिस्टर जाते हैं, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट मिनिस्ट्रियल लेवल मीटिंग्स भी यहां पर होते हैं। तो 1999 में सबसे पहली बार फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर्स एंड सेंट्रल बैंक गवर्नर्स की मीटिंग स्टार्ट हुई थी। ऑफ कोर्स सबसे पहला स्पार्क यहीं से आता है, क्योंकि हाईएस्ट पॉलिटिकल लेवल मीटिंग जो शुरू हुए थे वो 2008 से हुए थे रेगुलरली। तो 1999 से ही फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर्स और सेंट्रल बैंक गवर्नर्स के मीटिंग स्टार्ट हुए थे, मिनिस्ट्रियल लेवल मीटिंग्स। 2010 में से और थोड़ा एक्सपेंड करके लेबर और एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिनिस्टर्स के भी मीटिंग्स रखे गए थे G20 कंट्रीज के। 2017 में फॉरेन मिनिस्टर्स लेवल मीटिंग्स भी रखे गए थे, और 2012 से ट्रेड मिनिस्टर्स या फिर कॉमर्स मिनिस्टर्स जो होते हैं उनसे रिलेटेड भी G20 मिनिस्ट्रियल लेवल मीटिंग्स रखे गए थे, और सिंस देन कंटिन्यूअसली वो चलते ही रहे हैं, और चंद इंपॉर्टेंट से डिस्कशंस वहां पर भी होते रहे हैं। And apart from all these ministerial level meetings and apart from all these highest political level meetings, G20 engagement groups भी मेंटेन करता है। आप यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं कि बिजनेस ग्रुप्स को, बिजनेस इंटरेस्ट ग्रुप्स को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए भी जो है वो B20 ग्रुप बनाया गया था। ठीक है, 2008 में से स्टैब्लिश किया गया था, और 2010 में से रिकॉग्नाइजेशन मिला हुआ था। तो लेबर से रिलेटेड भी ट्रेड यूनियंस और अदर एम्प्लॉइज रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स, यानी कि यहाँ पर इन 20 कंट्रीज या फिर इन 19 कंट्रीज और यूरोपियन यूनियन के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं बिजनेस के, वो वहां पर पर एंगेजमेंट ग्रुप्स की तरह वहां पर आते हैं। सिमिलरली यहाँ पर भी सेशंस और समिट चलते हैं। तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं L20 जो था वो 2008 में फाउंड किया गया था और उसे रिकॉग्नाइजेशन 2011 में मिला था। C20 दैट इज सिविल 20 सिविल सोसाइटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो एनजीओ होते हैं 20 कंट्रीज में, उनके लिए भी एक फोरम बनाया गया था, फिर एक एंगेजमेंट ग्रुप जो कि 2013 में इसे रिकॉग्नाइजेशन मिला हुआ था। यूथ के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के लिए भी वही 20 एंगेजमेंट ग्रुप बनाया गया था। थिंक टैंक्स जो ग्लोबल थिंक टैंक्स होते हैं खासकर हमारे G20 कंट्रीज के, उनके लिए भी एक एंगेजमेंट ग्रुप बनाया गया था। वुमेन, खासकर वुमेन के रिप्रेजेंटेशन के लिए, वुमेन राइट्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के लिए भी जो है 2015 में W20 एंगेजमेंट ग्रुप एस्टैब्लिश किया गया था। S20 फॉर साइंस एंड रिसर्च रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स एंड फाइनली U20 फॉर अर्बन रिप्रेजेंटेशंस जो कि मेयर्स और गवर्नर्स होते हैं मेजर अर्बन सिटीज के। G20 में जितने भी मेजर बड़े बड़े अर्बन सिटीज हैं उन सभी के गवर्नर्स और मेयर्स के रिप्रेजेंटेशन के लिए वहां पर एंगेजमेंट के लिए G20 एंगेजमेंट ग्रुप्स बनाए गए। तो आप देख सकते हैं कि किस लिए G20 इतना सिग्निफिकेंट माना जाता है। और फिर हम एक बार देखते हैं कि इसका सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है, किस किस तरीके से ये काम करने की कोशिश करता है, क्यों ये सबसे हटकर है। स्ट्रेंथनिंग फाइनेंशियल रेगुलेशंस, ऑफ कोर्स 75% ग्लोबल एक्सपोर्ट्स हम देख सकते हैं। अच्छा खासा जीडीपी का रिप्रेजेंटेशन दुनिया का यहाँ पर देखने को मिलता है। तो फाइनेंशियल रेगुलेशंस को ज्यादा से ज्यादा हम स्ट्रेंथन कर सकते हैं इनकी मदद से। कोऑर्डिनेटेड फिजिकल एंड मॉनिटरी स्टिमुलस, मैंने आपको कई बार कहा कि फिजिकल जब वर्ड है इट इज रिलेटेड विद फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री, और मॉनिटरी जब वर्ड है तो इट इज रिलेटेड विद सेंट्रल बैंक और आरबीआई। तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि कंट्री में भी, इंडिविजुअल कंट्री में भी जो टैंडम होता है जो फिजिकल फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री और जो उसकी सेंट्रल बैंक के बीच, वो भी कोऑर्डिनेट हो, सही तौर पर उसका स्टिमुलस भी आगे बढ़ता रहे। क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो मेजर डिसीजंस लिए जाते हैं वो इंडिविजुअल लेवल पर कंट्रीज में ही तो उन्हें फुलफिल किया जाता है। और सबसे अच्छी बात G20 की यह है कि ये फ्लेक्सिबल है और इंक्लूसिव है। नो डाउट हर साल प्रेसिडेंसी अलग अलग कंट्रीज के पास जाती है, हर 3 साल में एक बार एजेंडा चेंज किए जाते हैं। तो बहुत अच्छी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी और सभी का इंक्लूसिवनेस भी हमें यहाँ पर देखने को मिलता है। क्योंकि जो कंट्री होस्ट करता है वहीं पर सेक्रेटेरिएट बनाया जाता है और वहीं पर से जो इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजन वहां पर लिए गए हैं वहीं से उसका काम शुरू होता है। लेंडिंग में भी बहुत ही जबरदस्त इंक्रीज हुआ है, क्योंकि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट टारगेट जो G20 के कंट्रीज ने रखा हुआ था वो इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस को रिस्ट्रक्चर ही करना था। यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं रिफॉर्म्स भी लाए गए थे, IMF, वर्ल्ड बैंक जैसे इंपॉर्टेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में भी। डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज को भी बहुत ही जबरदस्त सा स्कोप मिला हुआ था यहाँ पर लेंडिंग्स वगैरह के लिए भी, ताकि वो भी आगे बढ़ सके। ट्रेड फैसिलिटेशन अग्रीमेंट्स कई साइन किए गए, क्योंकि G20 कंट्रीज जब समिट्स में मिलते हैं तो वहां पर हम देख सकते हैं इंडिविजुअल कंट्रीज भी एक दूसरे के साथ ट्रेड फैसिलिटेशन अग्रीमेंट्स भी साइन कर सकते हैं। तो ओवरऑल ट्रेड और इकोनॉमिक इन्फ्लुएंस भी बहुत जबरदस्त सा होता है। एंड द वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज इट इज टू बिग टू फेल। अभी हमने जितने भी आंकड़े ऊपर देखे हुए थे 60% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन रिप्रेजेंट करता है इंपोर्ट्स और एक्सपोर्ट्स इसके किस तरीके से है, तो ये बहुत ही बड़ा है फेल होने के लिए। यानी कि दैट वेरी ह्यूजनेस इटसेल्फ इज मोर देन इनफ कि ये रेसिलिएंट एक ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म है या फिर एक रेसिलिएंट इंटर गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है कहने के लिए। और चंद इंपॉर्टेंट से इश्यूज जो अब तक G20 ने एड्रेस किए हुए थे, फाइनेंशियल मार्केट से रिलेटेड चंद इंपॉर्टेंट से डिसीजंस लिए गए थे। टैक्स और फिजिकल पॉलिसी से रिलेटेड भी इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजंस लिए गए थे। ट्रेड, एग्रीकल्चर, एम्प्लॉयमेंट, एनर्जी, करप्शन, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, एजेंडा 2030 सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंटल गोल्स जिन्हें हम कहते हैं, क्लाइमेट चेंज, ग्लोबल हेल्थ और एंटी टेररिज्म पर भी मेजर इश्यूज जो थे उन सभी के बारे में G20 के अलग अलग समिट्स में हमने डिस्कशन देखे हुए थे। और सिंस कोविड तो ग्लोबल हेल्थ तो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सा रोल प्ले कर रहा है। और इंडिया जो कि 2023 का होस्ट होने वाला है, तो कौन से प्रायोरिटी के एरियाज हम देख सकते हैं जो कि इंडिया ने ऑलरेडी डिसाइड किया हुआ, या पर इंडिया इन पर फोकस जरूर कर सकता है। टैक्स एवेशन से रिलेटेड इश्यूज हम हाईलाइट यहाँ पर कर सकते हैं। एक कंट्री से दूसरे कंट्रीज में टैक्स एवेशन बहुत ही हमें ज्यादा देखने को मिलता है। फाइट अगेंस्ट करप्शन के खिलाफ भी हम आवाज उठा सकते हैं। और तीसरा सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो कि हर जगह पर सिंस प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी हैज कम, इन्होंने बहुत ही कोशिश की हुई है ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म पर इस इशू को लाने की, दैट इज टेरर फंडिंग एंड स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड टेररिज्म। क्योंकि इंडिया खुद प्रॉब्लम फेस कर चुका है इससे, तो ये भी हमारे लिए एक अच्छा कॉन्सेप्ट हो सकता है यहाँ पर हाईलाइट करने के लिए। कटिंग द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेमिटेंसेस, ऑफ कोर्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट मेजर माइग्रेंट्स जो हमें देखने को मिलते हैं। ऑफ कोर्स ये कहावत भी है कि पूरी दुनिया में आपको हर कोने में कहीं ना कहीं एक चाइनीज और एक इंडियन देखने को मिलेंगे। तो जाहिर सी बात है कि ग्लोबल रेमिटेंस से रिलेटेड भी हम थोड़ा बहुत कॉस्ट कट करवा सकते हैं। और फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री भी हमारी टैप करने का यहाँ पर बहुत ही सुनहरा मौका है हमें। की ड्रग्स पर हम मार्केट एक्सेस के लिए भी बात कर सकते हैं। रिफॉर्म्स इन इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, ऑफ कोर्स ये तो एक्टिवली ऑलरेडी चल रहा है, लेकिन फिर भी हम ब्रिक्स का भी हिस्सा है, तो वहां पर न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक हम देख सकते हैं। तो इस तरीके से नए नए बैंकिंग फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस और ऑलरेडी जो इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस चल रहे हैं उन पर भी हम रिफॉर्म्स लाने की बात कर सकते हैं। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट सी चीज, रियल एक्शन ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज। तो जितने भी कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ पार्टीज चलते हैं यूएनएफसीसीसी के, वहां पर बड़ी बड़ी प्रोमिसेस जरूर किए जाते हैं, लेकिन रियल एक्शन वहां पर नहीं होता। तो इंडिया ने भी ऑफ कोर्स हाल ही में जो कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ पार्टीज 26 ग्लासगो में हुआ था, वहां पर प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी ने 5 प्लेजेस दिए हुए थे। तो हम इस तरीके के इश्यूज भी वहां पर हाईलाइट कर सकते हैं कि वी डोंट नीड द टॉक, वी नीड द वॉक। चैलेंजेस क्या क्या है ओवरऑल G20 ग्रुपिंग में, अगर हम बात कर सके। नो एनफोर्समेंट मैकेनिज्म, बिल्कुल यहाँ पर हम डिस्कशंस तो जरूर चलाते हैं, लेकिन उसे एनफोर्स किस तरीके से करेंगे, ये मैकेनिज्म हमने अब तक नहीं बनाया G20 में। नॉट लीगली बाइंडिंग, आज के जमाने में जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट ग्रुपिंग्स, इंपॉर्टेंट इंटर गवर्नमेंटल फॉरम्स, प्लेटफॉर्म्स हम देखते हैं, सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम जो वो फेस करते हैं इज एक्चुअली द वॉलेंटरी नेचर ऑफ देयर अग्रीमेंट्स। वहां पर अग्रीमेंट्स तो साइन किए जाते हैं, बड़े बड़े बातें तो वहां पर की जाती है, लेकिन वो लीगली बाइंडिंग नहीं होती, यानी कि वो रिकमेंडेटरी नेचर पर होती हैं। तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए। मोस्टली ग्लोबल हेल्थ को सिक्योर करना, ऑफ कोर्स पोस्ट कोविड तो सबसे बड़ा हर्डल, अगर नॉट जस्ट G20, दुनिया के आगे अगर कुछ था तो वो ग्लोबल हेल्थ को सिक्योर करना था। रिफ्यूलिंग और फ्यूलिंग इकोनॉमिक रिकवरी, एंड ऑफ कोर्स पोस्ट कोविड जो कि कंटिन्यूस लॉकडाउन वगैरह पड़ रहे थे, तो इकोनॉमिक रिकवरी, जैसे कि रिसिलियंट इकोनॉमी की हम बात करते हैं कि जितनी मांग उसे बढ़ेगी उतना ही ज्यादा और उतना ही जल्दी वो बाउंस बैक करेगा। तो इस तरीके की इकोनॉमिक रिकवरी के बारे में क्या सोचेगा G20। डिजिटल रेवोल्यूशन की हम बात करते हैं, ऑफ कोर्स थोड़ा वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में अच्छी बात है कि वहां पर इंटरनेट कनेक्शन हो या फिर डिजिटल लिटरेसी ज्यादा हो, लेकिन जब हम ईस्टर्न हेमिस्फीयर की ज्यादातर जब हम बात करते हैं, क्योंकि इस ग्रुपिंग में हम इंडिया, सऊदी अरेबिया, इस तरीके के कंट्रीज भी देखते हैं, तो वहां पर डिजिटल रेवोल्यूशन हम कैसे लाएंगे। क्लाइमेट चेंज रिस्क सबसे बड़ा एज ऑफ नाउ। अभी हाल ही में भी इंटर गवर्नमेंटल पैनल और क्लाइमेट चेंज के रिपोर्ट्स भी आए हुए थे, तो उसे किस तरीके से डील करेगा, ये वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चैलेंजेस है। इसके आगे प्लास्टिक से रिलेटेड भी हम मुहिम चला रहे हैं, तो लेट अस वेट एंड वॉच। और ग्लोबल फ्रेमवर्क फॉर टैक्स रिफॉर्म, स्पेसिफिकली जो कि अभी हमने देखा कि टैक्स एवेजन जैसे प्रॉब्लम्स भी हम फेस कर रहे हैं, तो ग्लोबल फ्रेमवर्क की बहुत ही जरूरत है टैक्स रिफॉर्म्स के लिए, जो यूनानिमसली ये सभी G20 कंट्रीज एक्सेप्ट करेंगे और ये लीगली बाइंडिंग होनी चाहिए। तो वे अहेड क्या हो सकता है इसका, टिल नाउ अगर सच बताएं तो G20 व्हेन कंपेयर्ड विद अदर रीजनल ग्रुपिंग्स या फिर अदर इंटर गवर्नमेंटल फोरम्स बहुत ही सही ट्रैक पर जा रहा है। कंसिस्टेंसी वो मेंटेन कर रहा है, क्योंकि बाकी अभी सार्क के बारे में भी हमने एक वीडियो बनाया हुआ, अगर आपने नहीं देखा तो आप एक बार जाकर जरूर देखें। तो वहां पर भी हमने देखा कंसिस्टेंसी ही नहीं थी वहां पर। तो इस तरीके का काम G20 में हमें नहीं देखने को मिल रहा है। कंसिस्टेंसी वो लोग मेंटेन कर रहे हैं और इंपॉर्टेंट से डिसीजंस ले रहे हैं, और इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजंस ले भी रहे हैं, इवन दो दे माइट नॉट बी लीगली बाइंडिंग, लेकिन ज्यादा से ज्यादा वो उन्हें फॉलो करने की कोशिश भी कर रहे हैं। दूसरा सबसे मोर इंपॉर्टेंट वे अहेड जो होगा, स्टडी ऑफ चेंजिंग डिमांड फॉर स्किल्स। ऑफ कोर्स स्किल्स हैव बीन वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट फॉर डिस्कशन एंड डिबेट। इंडिया जैसा एक कंट्री जो कि सेकंड टॉप मोस्ट पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री है, लेकिन वहां पर स्किल के लेवल्स बहुत ही कम है। लगभग 40 से 45% के आसपास ही है जिनके पास एडिक्वेट स्किल है एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए। तो G20 नेशंस किस तरीके से इस पर काम करेगा, मोस्टली दिस कैन बी द नेक्स्ट वे अहेड। और टेक्नोलॉजिकल इनोवेशंस पर थोड़ा बहुत फोकस करेंगे तो बहुत ही अच्छा हो सकता है। इंडस्ट्री में इनोवेशन के लिए खासकर जो है पॉलिसीज वो बना सकते हैं, और इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट से रिलेटेड भी चंद इंपॉर्टेंट से डिस्कशंस करेंगे तो बहुत ही अच्छा होगा। और रीडिफाइन करने की हमें जरूरत है कि एरिना क्या क्या होंगे कोऑपरेशन के। ऑफकोर्स हमने देखा कि अंडर द अर्थ जो कुछ भी मिल रहा है वो सभी के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। हाँ, माना कि G20 एक फाइनेंस रिलेटेड, एक टैक्सेशन रिलेटेड, इस तरीके से इकोनॉमी से रिलेटेड है, लेकिन यहाँ पर क्लाइमेट चेंज की भी हम बात कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पर हम ग्लोबल हेल्थ की भी वगैरह की भी बात कर रहे हैं। तो रीडिफाइन करने की जरूरत है कि अरीनास क्या क्या होंगे कोऑपरेशन के और किस तरीके से होंगे। और सबसे आखिर में जो सबसे कंसोलिडेटेड एक वे अहेड जो G20 के लिए जो देखने को मिलता है, दैट इज लेस टॉक एंड मोर एक्शन। रेगुलरली वो मिल जरूर रहे हैं, एजेंडा सेट कर रहे हैं, रेगुलरली फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर्स वगैरह की भी मीटिंग हो रही है, लेकिन एक्शन कितना हुआ है उस पर, लीगली बाइंडिंग एग्रीमेंट्स क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं। तो ये थी चंद बातें आपको जाननी थी ग्रुप ऑफ 20 या फिर G20 इंटर गवर्नमेंटल ग्रुपिंग के बारे में।
I welcome you all to G20 International Youth Cabinet, which is happening from February 4th to April 7th, 2024. And let me give a small explanation or a glimpse about the G20 Summit. So the G20 Summit is an annual international forum that convenes leaders from the most significant global economies to address and discuss economic challenges that affect the world. The forum provides an exceptional platform for dialogue and collaboration among the participating nations. The summit's primary objective is to develop and implement policies to enhance financial stability and promote sustainable economic growth worldwide. The G20 summit is a critical event where leaders engage in crucial discussions on trade, investment, innovation, and international cooperation. And the summit also offers a unique opportunity for leaders to establish and strengthen relationships with their global counterparts, for fostering a more cohesive and prosperous global community. The countries involved in the G20 Summit 2024 as members of G20 are Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Republic of Korea, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, European Union, represented by the President of the European Commission and the President of the European Council. The objective of the G20 summit are multifaceted and encompass various global issues. Some of the key objectives include economic growth, promoting sustainable, balanced economic growth globally. And the next one is international trade, enhancing international trade and investment to foster job creation and economic development. And the next one is financial stability, strengthening the stability and resilience of the national financial system, followed by sustainable development, addressing global challenges including climate change, poverty eradication, and sustainable development, and goes on with infrastructure investment, promoting infrastructure development to support economic growth and connectivity, and then digital economy, which consists of advancing digitalization and harnessing the potential of new technologies for inclusive growth, and employment and education, which has creating opportunities for quality jobs and ensuring access to education and skills development. And finally, it goes with global health, collaborating on global health challenges, including pandemics and access to affordable healthcare. NGOs and online organizations are crucial in supporting the summit's success. They contribute in several ways, such as advocacy. NGOs and online organizations raise awareness about key issues and advocate for specific policies or actions. And the next one is research and analysis. They provide valuable research, data, and analysis on various global challenges, assisting policymakers in making informed decisions. And the partnerships, NGOs and online organizations collaborate with governments, businesses, and other stakeholders to implement projects and initiatives that align with the summit's objectives. And the next one is grassroots engagement. These organizations engage with local communities and individuals, amplifying their voices and addressing their needs. And the next one is knowledge sharing. NGOs and online organizations facilitate knowledge sharing and capacity building through workshops, conferences, and online platforms, supporting the exchange of best practices and innovative solutions. I once again welcome you all to the G20 Summit. And also, I would like to invite all the panel of experts, right from Dr. Virginia Rivera and Dr. B. Tanuja, if she is present, and our beloved Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, and Dr. S.O. Adbesi, and Dr. Engineer S. Cypress. And I wholeheartedly welcome you all. And also, I would like to welcome Dr. Renuka Thakur and all the speakers of today's session. Thank you so much once again. And I would like to invite Dr. Srividhya Sukumar to start with her words.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Kripashni. Thank you for that wonderful start. As Kripashni was mentioning, definitely G20 Cabinet, International Youth Cabinet is a novel initiative which is developed by Educate Global to cohort channels to open its doors for the young individuals from diverse backgrounds worldwide. And this platform, as always, invites participants to present their insights and inferences contributing to UNESCO's sustainable goals. Thus, this initiative aims to address the following agenda, and the contributions made by the youth will shape the program's outcomes. So, thus goes our preamble. The agenda is the plan of action for the people, planet, and prosperity. And on this platform, we seek to strengthen the universal peace in a larger freedom. And we recognize eradicating poverty in all its forms and dimensions, including extreme poverty, which is the greatest challenge in the present world, on the present scenario. So, going ahead, all countries and stakeholders are working in collaboration, in a collaborative partnership method. We will implement this plan such that our main mission and the vision is that the goals and targets will stimulate the action for over 15 years in areas of critical importance of humanity and the planet. Thereby, our vision, G20 International Youth Cabinet, mission is that to work with all countries and stakeholders acting in collaborative partnership will resolve to free the human race from the tyranny of the poverty and want to heal and secure our planet from the carbon footprint as well. We are determined to take this bold and transformative step to shift onto a sustainable and resilient path. As we embark on this collective journey, we pledge that no one will be left behind. That's the main motto. While we work on the 17 developmental goals with all the 169 targets that we are announcing today to demonstrate with the scale and the ambition of this new universal agenda, which we are bringing in the name of G20 International Youth Cabinet. So we seek to build the Millennium Developmental Goals and compete what those things which we were not able to achieve before. It's only a try, but still, there is no harm in trying, and there is nothing so very precious than trying. So we seek to realize the human race and achieve gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls, not compromising on any ends that we integrate together for an indivisible balance of the three dimensions of the Sustainable Developmental Goals of UNESCO on the social, economic, and environmental issues. Thereby, we have evolved our G20 Youth Cabinet vision as the 5 P's of people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. As we know, our goals and targets will stimulate our action for the over next 15 years in these areas of critical importance that will bring a change in the humanity, thereby in the planet. So we are very confident that our young experts, whom we are very proud to call as young ministers, who are going to work in collaboration with us, with all expertise and dedication, will contribute significantly to our G20 Youth Cabinet success in introducing this project plan and thereby implementing in their own areas of region. Moving ahead, how is this mission taken forward? The mission is clubbed with the 9 P's, which is otherwise called as starting from the same 5 P's of people, people, planet, prosperity, peace, partnership, and thereby bringing in policies, strategies, and also implementing schemes which are going to scheme up the whole thing. Thereby, we'll be able to take it further to achieve our agenda. So, without wasting much time, we would like to go into today's topic. Today's topic is definitely one of the exclusive topics that is so dear to each one of us. On that note, what is today's topic? How does culture impact global economy? So, as we all know, at the global level, culture has been recognized as an enabler of growth and sustainable development in 2021. Thereby, the Rome Declaration of G20 ministers firmly positioned culture as one of the main agenda as an engine for propelling sustainable socio-economic recovery. So the UNESCO's World Conference on Cultural Policies and Sustainable Development, that is otherwise called as MONDIACULT, which happened in year 2022, adopted a declaration affirming that culture as a policy for global public good. So these historical declarations have anchored a cultural transformation, that is culture's paradigm shift at the heart of public policy and international cooperation by recognizing its intrinsic value for sustainable development. Thereby, many schemes, to name a few, we can talk about tolerance, day of tolerance, or giving importance for tolerance, accepting all differences, getting into inclusive, such that all these policies which has come up and definitely not compromising on the global health issues has led to the international community to recognize this factor, culture, as a catalyzing power in building consensus to ensure all the cultural resources are fully protected as per global commons. It has been firmly established that culture as global public good has to be integrated as a specific goal in the post-2030 development agenda. So building on these pillars of culture, commerce, connectivity and collaboration that has become imperative to empower the global developmental scenarios. Upon this ideation, our G20 Youth Cabinet celebrates today the World Heritage of Culture and Tourism with all our community partners, GSFN, IGEN Global, IGEN, University, New Zealand, University of Central Lancashire, Cyprus, Oswell, and New Zealand Students' Union as well, with International Internship University, with our presidency as Green Tourism, Digitalization, contributing to culture and tourism, in SMEs and MSMEs, and culture development for sustainable development. How does it contribute towards the global economy? Thereby, we welcome all our speakers who are ready to contribute their insights with us today on the following pointers of deliberation, such that culture is a call to action. A call to action, that is cultural diversity, enhances the global economy. So let's hear from them, towards which they're going to talk about cultural rights for the global economy, culture and public policies for the global, culture and education for the global economy, culture in terms of crisis for the global economy, culture in terms of climatic action for the global economy, illicit traffic of the cultural property, return and reinstitution of the cultural property, creative economy and digital transformation enhances the global economy, strategic directions that by embracing culture and tourism enhances the global economy. We are gathered here with all our speakers, with all our panel of experts, and also our community partners to discuss on this deliberation. So without wasting much time with our introduction, let's move on to the speakers. Let's open the forum for all our speakers. Thank you so much. Dr. Renuka ma'am, would you like to speak something about GSFN since you're here? Dr. Renuka? I think we have lost Madam Renuka.
I guess she's not there in session right now.
Okay.
She may join at some time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So we can just go ahead with inviting the speakers who have gathered with us today. And I open the forum and I leave it to Madam Tripashari to welcome the next speaker, first speaker on board. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Srividhya, for your wonderful words. So let's start the session talks from our first speaker, Mr. Sai Shravan MS. He is a student of Narayana E-Techno School, who is a partner representation of IGEN, and he is going to share his presentation about culture for climate action for the global economy. Master Sai Shravan MS, you're good to go. You can share
Yeah.
your screen. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, definitely visible, but you can still try going on the slideshow mode if you can.
Yeah, can you see it?
Uh, Sai Shravan, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so enthused to see that you're from grade 7. So we'd like to hear from you more.
So okay, can you see my slideshow?
No, dear, you have to go from the beginning. Have you
Oh,
clicked from the beginning? From beginning. Okay? Yeah, just leave it for some time. Let it get loaded.
yeah, we'll start. Good evening, all dignitaries here. Myself, MS Ashraman, studying 7th standard in RNA Techno School, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. First of all, thank you for everyone giving me such a great opportunity to speak about culture and climate action at G20. I represent iGen and express my sincere gratitude to them. Goal 13. Take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. Every person in every country in every continent will be impacted in some shape or form by climate change. Climate change is caused by human activities and threaten life on Earth as we know it. With rising greenhouse gas emission, climate change is occurring at rate much faster than dangerous. Its impact can be disturbing and include extreme and changed weather pattern and rise sea levels. Climate change is now affecting every country on every continent. It is disrupting national economy. The Reserve Bank of India's latest report suggests that up to 4.5% of India's GDP could be at risk by 2030, owing to lost labor hours from extreme heat and humidity, affecting lives. Climate change will likely increase the frequency and strength of extreme events such as flood storm that threaten human health and safety.
Master
Culture.
Sai Shravan, sorry to interrupt you. Your slides aren't clear. It's not visible for us. I mean, it stands with the first slide. If you don't mind, can you check with that, please? Sorry to interrupt you again.
Yeah, now can you see my second slide?
Yeah.
You have to go to slideshow mode, which is not in slideshow mode till now. Kindly go to
Huh?
slideshow.
Now?
Click on slideshow first. You have not clicked on slideshow yet. Yes. Now, after that, from beginning, yes, double click it. Now don't touch your mouse or don't move the mouse. It's loading.
Now can you see it?
We are able to see your screen, dear. It's not moving. Your slides are not moving.
Now is it moving?
Can you, can you just go to from the beginning one more time? Double click
Yeah,
on from beginning.
yeah. So I'll start from first.
Yes,
Yes, you can
dear.
start, sir.
Double click on from beginning one more time.
Now can you see it?
Yeah.
Go to first
This
slide and
screen is
start your
moving.
presentation. Your screen is visible and go to first
Or
slide.
else you could see an option in zooming your screen at the right bottom. You could see that 74% there. Just increase the screen size there.
So even
Right
then,
bottom. Yeah, just increase the screen size. Enough,
Now,
Shravan. Yeah, I
okay,
think. Yeah,
okay.
you have increased more, I think so. See, Shravan, you could see an option in moving your slide. Yeah, it's fine, I think so. Continue from where you left.
yeah, okay.
See, you have from beginning, you are see the corner near the file option, you have from beginning option. Click the option. These are the, yeah,
Okay.
you can start your presentations.
Culture is reciprocally integrated with ecosystem. Human culture is strongly influenced by ecosystem. Ecosystem change can have a significant impact on cultural identity and social stability. Human culture, knowledge, system, religious, heritage value, social interaction, and the linked amenity services. It has always been influenced and shaped by the nature, by the ecosystem, and ecosystem conditions in which culture is based. Impact on climate change. Desertification, ocean acidification, water, air, soil pollution, health issue, food production, global peace and security. Climate crisis is forming not only our nature, ecosystem, but also our social and cultural landscape, eroding our tangible and intangible heritage, draft, and practice. Forest depletion. Forest degradation occurs when forest ecosystems lose their capacity to provide important goods and services to people and nature. Over half of the tropical forests worldwide have been destroyed since the 1960s, and every second more than 1 hectare of tropical forest is destroyed or drastically degraded. Similarly, water pollution occurs when harmful substances, often chemicals or microorganisms, contaminate a stream, river, lake, ocean, or other body of water, degrading water quality and rendering it toxic to humans or the environment. The widespread problem of water pollution is geoparadising. Our health unsafe water kills more people each year than a war, and all forms of violence. One of the major crises to climate change is due to air pollution. Sophisticated life of leads in contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the nature characteristic of the atmosphere and also increases the level of CO2. How can we control the climate action? Keep fossil fuels in the ground. Invest in renewable energy. Switch to sustainable transport, which reduces CO2 emission from transport by a minimum of 50% at the latest by 2050. Protect forests like the Amazon. Reduce single use plastic. How is UNESCO addressing climate change in the field of culture? Safeguarding culture heritage and biodiversity, monitoring the impact of culture change on world heritage, responding to climate emergency, building capacity to migrate the impact of climate change on heritage and community, sounding the alarm on the international stage. Why is culture important for addressing climate change? Culture is a powerful resource of addressing climate change impact. Natural heritage sites serve as vital sinks for greenhouse gas emission. The protection of biodiversity, the intangible culture heritage practices have proven to be highly effective tools for helping communities prepare for responding to and recover from climate change related impact and emergency. This can include the transmission of traditional food security strategies, knowledge about changing weather patterns, use of traditional architecture that can withstand natural disaster. Culture heritage site can also serve as a refuge both physical and psychological for surrounding communities during after emergency. Creativity is essential for finding new solutions to environmental challenge. Artists and creators have an enormous role to play in inspiring climate action. I conclude my talk that with the protection of five elements. Not just earth, the human life is also made of five elements: earth, water, fire, wind, space. Protecting these five elements would protect our planet as well as human life, or else the extinction is evident. As a student in the school level, we are aware on UN SDG Vision 2030 by doing projects and implementing in our daily life. Moreover, we are fortunate to get a platform to express our views in such kind of forum by the youth and for the youth forums encourage and motivate the sticky following the vision on SDG 2030. Hope you all enjoyed my speech. Thank you for spending a precious time with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Sai. So we would like to hear from Dr. Sai Prasanna and then followed by Dr. Srividhya Sukumar.
Yeah. Thank you, Sai Shravan, for your wonderful presentation on culture and action of climate, which is beyond SDG Goal 30. When it comes to climate change, which is change in temperatures and weather patterns due to the variations in the environment, which includes the social responsibilities, social interactions. We have said about the impacts like droughts, water pollution, air pollution, and soil pollution, and occurring day by day and increasing in all the places, which causes the major impact in the climate change. In today's environment, it is a major impact to change the climate actions and measures to be taken to control the climate changes in the future. And also mention the control measures for reducing the usage of plastics, afforestation and sustainable transportations, and the importance of biodiversity. And also the main important thing, we have to acquire the knowledges of pattern change in climate changes. That was a wonderful experience you have gained from this platform on climate change, which is useful to everyone to learn about the actions and importance of climate changes and also the patterns. Thank you, Shravan, for your presentation.
Hi, Shravan.
Ma'am?
Can you come on screen, please? Well, so you're studying 7th standard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you do projects for science and social studies?
Yeah.
Recently, have you done any project related to environment?
Yeah, I did many.
Can you name few of them? One or two of them is more than enough.
Smart vehicles and planting,
Okay.
cleaning beach.
Cleaning the beach. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, many of
Really like that. And you are working in a group.
yeah.
Because the topic that you have chosen to speak on this platform today, it's a global topic. and people from all over the globe, all over the world, are trying to find solutions how to control this. Okay, so we all have resolved, and every time we keep stressing on one single point, that if at all we are going to do something contributing towards it, and it should start from
Schools.
self. It's not school, self. If at all I'm going to speak, I need to contribute towards it. I should be the first person who should take the mantle, who should take that and take it forward for the relay release. Whereas others will follow, others will cheer me up, and they will also contribute to it. If at all I'm going to contribute more, anything on this particular thing, I should be the first one. This is what I feel. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I
So that's
agree
why I
with you.
asked you the topic that you have spoken today for your age. It's such a vast topic. And I really wanted to know what are things that you have been doing with your small hands. You're very small for your age, but still, with your small hands, what are things that you have been contributing such that today you are standing as an example for this global arena? Those who have joined us on this digital arena, and they're witnessing you, they're able to see you as an example for them, saying that Sai Prasanna, who is just 13 to 14 years of age, who is studying 7th standard, is able to contribute for a climate change. Then why not I? So this is what is the thing that we're talking about, Sai. That's what I'm trying to say. You are indirectly building up a culture to control the climate change, which is a table or a demand that for the whole world. People are so scared to talk about this topic because it's a very threatening topic for not only between for one particular country or one particular community or one particular, it's for the whole world that we are talking about. So by promoting these cultures, definitely we will be able to bring at least your contribution. Sai Shravan, as a student, as your representation on this prestigious forum today, will try to bring some behavioral change in the norms and values that people will start prioritizing the environment, environmental stewardship, whether the societies can encourage more sustainable practices like yours for energy conservation, waste reduction, and eco-friendly transportation. Thank you very much on that first note, really. I really appreciate you. I'm really, really proud of you. And I really thank your parents for bringing you well. If at all we are talking about culture today, if at all you're able to contribute at the small age towards the community, I'm very, very thankful and indebted to your parents, your family, who has imbibed that culture in you as a person, and you are able to represent yourself in front of the community and you're taking it forward. So the first thanks goes to your parents and then your schools who have been educating you on this particular thing, exactly contributing towards the community. I am a citizen. I am going to contribute to my community. I am going to contribute to my country. That kind of social responsibility, which they have imbibed in you, inculcated in you to take forward the community resilience when we're talking about the cultural traditions that often embody knowledge and practices that support the resilience for all the environmental challenges that we are facing. So it's not that just talking on this platform. We need to put forth in action. Please continue doing all that good things that you're doing, such that it's not only today. Today is just a beginning. Today, or you have just sown a thought, and this has to reap into action. That we will conclude towards the end of the session. But still, today you have laid this seed in the minds of so many people, knowingly, unknowingly, for your small age. I'm really proud of you, my child. Really. Thank you so much. And for all these, the way he has come with all these are possible. How is it possible creating awareness with the cultural narratives of storytelling, of presentation, using symbolizing actions, as he was mentioning about cleaning the beach campaign, can effectively communicate the urgency of the climatic action and convey the complex scientific concepts to diverse audiences. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sai, for that wonderful thought.
Yes,
Thank you.
you for your inspiring
It's
words.
our day. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I will do my sustainable living.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sai Prasanna and Dr. Srividhya, madam. And also, I really appreciate Master Sai Shravan for his wonderful presentation about culture for climate action for the global economy. So, I guess today we have a lot of school kids to present about the topic. So, I'm so excited to listen to their presentation as well. But let's go with the other person. Today, he's also going to talk about culture for climate action for the global economy. Mr. Shiva, he's a student of Sri Sai Ram Engineering College, a partner representation of IGEN. I warmly welcome you, Mr. Shiva. Hope he's there in the session. You're good to go with your presentation.
Mr. Shiva, are you okay to present now?
He is there in the session, so yeah.
Yes. Your screen is loading actually.
Now it's visible, ma'am.
It is visible, but we are seeing your Zoom. You should take us to the presentation. Yes, your presentation is loading.
Now it's okay, ma'am.
It's okay.
Okay.
Is it possible to go on slideshow mode? Yes, it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Please go ahead. Thank you so much. Kindly introduce yourself and then you can go ahead with your presentation.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Thank
So,
you.
okay, myself, Swaye. I'm studying in CSC IoT and main Internet of Things in Sri Sai Ram Engineering College, Chennai, ma'am. So, okay, I now discuss about the topic of culture for climate action for global economics. Nowadays, this is a big impact. Climatic actions is big impacts in global economics. So, some cultures we need to develop or adapt some cultures for overcome its climatic actions, man. So we can put some cultures in the way of some extra activities doing by an individual. So we
Mr. Shiva?
first know about.
Mr. Shiva,
Um,
can you reduce your screen size? You need to reduce your screen size. We are not getting the full view of the screen.
no, ma'am, it's a ratio, ma'am, full screen, ma'am.
Reduce it. It's in the full ratio. Reduce the ratio. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is okay, ma'am.
It's okay. Now present it. Please go ahead. Okay.
It's okay, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
So, okay, ma'am.
It's
Next
fine.
we. So next we know about what is culture, ma'am. Culture is a concept that embraces the social behavior of institutions. In some cultures, we believe some ethics and rules, extracurriculars, some scared groups like scared schools. They worship some trees and plants to come. That trees and plants are giving 24 hours of oxygen to the climate, so it reduces the CO2 level in our atmosphere and increases our oxygen levels. Like neem, peepals, and palm trees are giving 24 hours of oxygen to the atmosphere that reduces CO2 level. We all know that CO2 is a global greenhouse gases that increases global warming. So some cultures plant these types of trees and control CO2 level of atmosphere, CO2 level in atmosphere. They contribute big in climatic actions. So next, climatic actions. The climate action provides that the work around the world to reduce the global greenhouse gases emission, advanced nature-based solutions. So nowadays, many of the industries and many countries need solutions for controlling global gas emissions, like CO2 and CO. These type of gases mainly contribute to the global warming. So next, role of cultural practices in climatic actions. So we need some develop in our cultures to reduce climatic actions and adaptations, because cultural and heritage natural are is a big role that gives an that gives climatic actions to control. So next, global economics. So this is due to a long time it take global economics to the down. Like India's big country that most dependent on the agriculture side. That type of countries are lost lost some many dollars and lost its economy due to the climatic actions. So we need aware of the climatic actions. So we need some cultures, adapt our cultures like Indians and some other countries. I named it. So these are the countries that that use these cultures to reduce climatic actions to develop their countries' economies. So we need adopt some culture to reduce our global warming and climatic actions. So we need adopt some cultures to implement in other countries or other places where the global warming takes or climatic action takes. So we need some adaptations. So thanks, Lord.
Thank you, Mr. Shiva. Can we hear it from? Can we hear the summary from Engineer Sai Prasanna sir? Please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Shiva?
Shiva, for your presentation on culture for climate actions.
Yes, ma'am.
We have culture, which is a separate thing for each and every aspects. Culture we have follow in institutionals, not only the public. In several organizations, the culture plays a major role for each and every aspects. The climate actions to be occur. And you have mentioned the role of climate practices in the climate actions, the resources, the climate adaptations because of the cultural heritage, and also the natural traditional knowledges to support the cultural changes, climate changes. When it comes to global economy, it plays a crucial role to shaping the global economy, and you have mentioned and described in detail. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shiva.
Thank you,
Mr.
Dr.
Shiva?
Sai Prasanna. Dr. Srividhya, ma'am,
Yeah.
please give your thoughts
I
about
would like
this
to interact with
presentation.
Mr. Shiva, if it is okay. Mr. Shiva, can you please come on screen? Now you're not presenting. We would like to see you. You can open your camera, please.
Ma'am, now it's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, it's visible. I want you to share with everyone what are the projects that you're doing with IGEN and what's your contribution in that.
Ma'am, I recently joined the IGEN, ma'am. But I don't do any projects in IGEN. So I don't do any projects in IGEN.
You have not started any projects with IGEN.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, like how did you choose this particular topic of climate change, basically?
So basically, I am interested in climate and in nature and mainly agriculture, ma'am. So I chose that this is a big impact. Nowadays, my father's hold on land, ma'am. That's climate actions impact the crops, ma'am. So I would like to choose the topic and talk about and share about my thoughts to everyone.
Thank you. First thing, I appreciate your honesty. Instead of telling that I've been doing this and that, You are so open, and you said that I'm not started any projects with Titan. Thank you for that. But still, I really appreciate your interest of contributing towards the cultural change here. I mean the climatic change. So as the previous speaker also mentioning, Sai was mentioning, and same thing, all these things will transform the cultural traditions that often embody knowledge, sharing knowledge, and implementing the practices that support the resilience to all these environmental challenges that we are facing as on today. So our indigenous communities, for example, have adapted to the local climates for generations, developing sustainable agricultural techniques and building structures suited to their environment. As we all know, as we are from India, we are not new to all those farmers, agony, and their hardships that the whole country is talking about, and now the whole world is talking about. So, what is our contribution towards it? How are we going to contribute it? In simple words, in simple initiative, as we all know, the rainforest harvesting. Our monsoon season is not very far. We have already touched April now, and very soon the rains are going to come. So my humble request to all the young generation is this: please check in your house whether you have done rainwater harvesting at your house. If you have not done, kindly look into it and you can implement it immediately such that we can harvest the rains that are going to come for our betterment, such that unnecessarily it will not go waste into the seas one more time. Like it will not go back to the seas. So a simple initiative like drawing people attention to all these traditional, it's not that something new that I'm talking about. I'm emphasizing on. It has been a tradition that we have been doing for ages, but somehow people compromise on these traditions and it leads to major destructions and devastations. So drawing our attention back to our own traditions to bring the ecological knowledge which is required can enhance the community resilience to all these climatic impacts. That's what one more thing that we're talking about, building up a culture. That means seed by seed, leaf by leaf, paper by paper, we are developing a culture. We are forming a culture, a tradition of how to live, how to move forward, facing all these climatic impacts that we're talking about. So this cultural narratives as storytelling, please keep talking to your friends because every day we say hi bye to our friends. Why not we talk about these initiatives? Have you done rainwater harvesting at your place? We did it. We did it. Means okay. We have implemented it, so it has really come out well. If you have done something to save energy, electrical energy, talk to your friends. Keep talking. Only these kind of creating awareness among people by talking over it again and again will definitely bring an impact in the solution. Thereby, we will be able to contribute a little bit, maybe 1% of the local solution which is required, not even 1.5%. So the culture is definitely deeply rooted in the place and context of shaping people's connection, thoughts to the surroundings, such that we will be able to incorporate it. Say, for example, definitely, I'm very open with you all people who have joined in today. Every day, something or other comes up. Reels come up. Definitely. Instagram Reels is one thing which is dominating the world like anything. Why don't you make a reel of you doing something for the community? Post it up. Post it up saying that, okay, fine, an IGEN, if you want a community to support you, take IGEN as your community. Post it for IGEN, saying that I'm an IGEN member, I did it. Say all these things as we contribute more and more, by talking more and more, it will definitely bring a change, a slight change in people's thinking. Oh, maybe we are not doing it, so people will definitely follow. So because people are like that, we know it not from today, yesterday, from the days of talking about monkeys wearing caps, those stories. If you're going to take out and put a cap down on the floor, definitely all the monkeys will follow. So it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not calling anybody monkey. Don't take it in the other spirit, but that's the human psychology. So by recognizing and respecting these cultural perspectives, let us act as policy makers and practitioners, we can develop a context-specific climatic solution that are responsible for bringing the changes in the local needs, values, and tradition. Thereby, we will be able to engage all the local communities as active participants along with us in all these decision makers making processes and enhances the effectiveness of the sustainability towards the sustainable climatic initiatives. So thank you so much. I think I've spoken more. I'm sorry about it. Definitely, Prabhashini ma'am must be thinking, yes ma'am, we agree. So let's just move on to the next speaker. On that note, definitely thank you so much. Wholeheartedly, we thank your support, Mr. Shiva. I don't want you to stop here with this platform. You have to go back to your college, tell everyone saying that yesterday I went and spoke in this. So ask them to participate in more and more forums like this. Encourage your friends to come and participate with you, such that only creating awareness, creating knowledge, sharing knowledge will bring an impact, not a major impact, just 0.5, 0.1%. Even that is a pearl drop in the ocean. So we'll be able to contribute. And definitely we all will have that satisfaction in us saying that, yes, I have contributed towards it. So thank you so much, Shiva. Thank you. Madam Kripashini? We lost her. Okay, can we go on to the next speaker? Madam Kripashini, you're here? Let me check with her. Dr. Vishnu Padapose, if you're ready, can we go ahead with you, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. So may
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Doctor. So it's always, Dr. Vishnu Padapose is not a new face to us, so he doesn't need an introduction. So that is a saying that you have to, if you say you're famous, you have to become famous such that you don't need an introduction. So definitely Dr. Vishnu Padapose is one such a person who doesn't need an introduction at all. So thank you, Dr. Vishnu. It's so nice to have you. And very soon you will be leading our younger generation. We are so happy to tell you this, share with you this on this platform. So this youth cabinet, you will become one of the ambassadors for the youth G20 International Youth Cabinet, and we want you to take the lead forward, such that you will be having your own convoy, you will be having your own army to take it forward. So on that note, we welcome you to speak on your particular topic in this forum. Thank you, Dr. Vishnu. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your valuable speech. And I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to you that you have introduced a very good platform. It is a really as a global platform, and we can learn many things from this platform. So that's what I'm grateful to all of you, and especially grateful to Dr. Srividhya Sukumar. So thank you so much. Also, I would like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude to all esteemed speakers here. So very good evening. Yes, very good afternoon, good evening, where you are now. So I would like to present my slides. Thank you so much.
Before we go ahead, Dr. Vishnu, like if you can just share with our audience today what all things that you have been doing, because you will be an inspiration for them to follow. That's the main idea, please.
I mean, my introduction.
Yes. What are projects that you have been doing at national, international level? Yes, please. Thank you.
My project mainly, since I am a civil engineering professional and I am a professor of civil engineer, so I have chosen my project mainly in circular economic domain. I mean resource utilization, recycling of the waste materials, because in the circular economic concept there is no waste, all are waste. So any waste can be used for secondary material or any other materials or any other product through the different process technology. That is the job of the researchers, how to develop process technology to recycling any waste. That may be rubber, that may be paper, that may be e-waste, anything. So that is the role of researchers or R&D centers, how to use this waste material. So I have developed a sustainable building material, especially from the mining waste. One project is there that is also commercialized. Mining waste, two categories is there. One is iron ore tailing waste, that is from the iron ore context. Another is coal mine, open cast coal mining waste, that is mainly rocky materials. Another thing is rice husk, that is bio waste available in the West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand in India. Another thing is plastic waste, that I have developed a building material to those waste. And this is my main projects. And I also I having exposure of the project management, because since I have my civil engineering background, I was in the manager position in the IT Sil Limited. It's a big corporate in the India. Their project management cell. It is a purely civil engineering cell. So I have a project management exposure in the big corporate. And presently, I'm working as a partner of Infosystems Singapore. I have collaboration with Infosystems. That is, last day I talked about Mr. Srinivasan, Mr. Bhaskaran. He has developed a planet sustain app to track carbon emissions. Anybody, anywhere, anytime can be tracked how their carbon footprint for individual, society, organization like that. So I'm working now as a partner of Infosystems Singapore, but mainly my domain is professors. Earlier I was in the corporate, now I'm in the college, a university.
So he is representing Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, India.
No,
and
no, that was my PhD institute. That is not right now. That I have completed PhD from the IIT Kharagpur.
Okay.
Now I am a yes. That was my PhD institute. I am alumni of IIT Kharagpur.
That's great.
This is my brief introduction.
And so, like Dr. Vishnu
projects.
Bose is going to present his insights on culture in public policies for the global economy.
Yes, thank you so much. So I'm presenting my slides.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Madam, is it visible?
No, I think it's still loading. It's not visible yet.
Yeah.
Yes, now it is. It is quite visible. Please go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So this is one topic. Am I audible, madam?
Quite audible, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. This is actually topic I was presented at South Korea last December 2023. That is connected conference of initiative taken by the United Nations. So synergetic management strategy towards sustainable use of ocean resources, protect underwater cultural heritage, and enhance the blue economy. Creating problem. This is the conference where I was presented this paper. The Asia Pacific Regional Conference on Underwater Cultural Heritage, South Korea, November 2023. So this is the topic. So slide is not moving properly. Let me share PDF, otherwise it is not moving. Madam, is visible PDF
It
file?
is still loading, sir. It is still loading. Now it is visible. You'll have to minimize the screen little bit.
Now?
Yeah.
It's okay now?
Yeah, it's okay, but it's still going on to one side. You'll have to bring it to the center. Yes, now it is visible, but it is on the right hand side.
Now?
Yeah, you can start presenting it because we are now getting a full view of the screen actually, your slide.
May I reduce? Shall I reduce further?
No, I don't think so.
Side?
It is required. Only thing is, after the rotate signal, the icon, there is one more icon.
Yes.
That one we need to change to move it. Yes, move it to the left so that, yes, it's coming as 2 pages. So make it single page.
Now it is okay?
Yes, okay.
Yes, thank you. So this is the actual conference, 5th. Pardon, madam?
Okay, yeah.
So 5th Asia Pacific Regional Conference on Underwater Culture and Heritage, South Korea. This is the actual conference theme, the ocean takers challenges and the maritime cultural heritage of Asia Pacific. The conference theme mirrored worldwide effort to discuss current environment challenges in the hope that a look into the past may open a window for the future. To do this, the AFCON 5 will have its main themes, United Nations Decades of Ocean Science and Sustainable Development, 2020 to 2030, a framework to deliver solution oriented to support a well-functioning ocean. There was my role, 2 roles was there. One is I was a session chair of a particular session. The session topic was environment implication of underwater cultural heritage degradation and conservation of marine ecosystem. So I have a session chair of this session, and I have presented a paper. This is my paper, Synergetic Management Strategy towards Sustainable Use of Ocean Resources and Enhancing the Blue Economy. This is the brief content outlines. The underwater cultural heritage. The underwater cultural heritage defined as all the materials and resources, evidence of human activities carried on the ocean's environment, particularly as evidence on the bottom of the seas. According to UCH Convention of UNESCO, underwater cultural heritage is defined as well as trace of human existence having a culture, historical or archaeological character, which has been partially or totally underwater, periodically or continuously for at least 100 years. The underwater cultural heritage. The deep sea is the largest museum on earth. It contains more history than all the museums on land combined. This is the quote of the authors. Underwater cultural heritage encompasses 3 million ancient shipwrecks, hundreds of sunken cities. For 90% of human histories, sea level were much lower, leaving many submerged prehistoric landscapes with trace of human development. Prehistoric paintings, sacrifice sites, burials, and flooded caves, remains in ancient cultures, fishing installation, trading, and ports. Besides of the cultural significance, underwater cultural heritage makes economic contributions through the traditional activities at coastal and marine jurisdiction, providing an important basis of ocean-based blue economy. So coming to the question, why the blue economy is so important? Underwater cultural heritage can provide vital evidence about how human populations have adapted to or been affected by climate change in the past. Indeed, it is a showing reminders of the impact of climate change. For more than 90% of the human existence, the sea was about 40 to 130 meters lower than current level. The substantial amount of prehistoric and historic evidence of the life of our ancestors is now submerged. This remains constitute underwater heritage and provide an extremely important source of information about the past human civilization, human origins, as well as climate change and its impact. Underwater cultural heritage can help us to put our current challenges into a wider context towards sustainable development. In particular, the potential role of underwater cultural heritage in helping to achieve the goal of SDG 14 especially. So SDG 14 contain conserve and sustainably use of oceans, seas and marine resources for sustainable development. Excuse me, screen is visible fully, madam?
Yeah, it is visible. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. So now it is a threats of underwater cultural heritage that gaining global attention, and United Nations also taking care of these issues. Threat mainly climate change, commercial and tourist exploitation, traveling and fishing, economic activities, industrial and commercial work. That is the threat of the underwater cultural heritage. Ocean resources and the blue economy. General definition of ocean resources refers to all the natural resources found in the ocean, including plant and animals life, minerals, energy source, and water, making it a vital source of resources for humans. And definition of the blue economy in general: sustainable use of ocean resources, monitoring ocean health, wildlife protection, stopping pollution, and conserve underwater cultural heritage, mitigate climate change and global warming, improve global sustainable development, earning revenues, increase gross domestic product. Or blue economy defined as the sustainable use of ocean resources to benefit economics, livelihood, and ocean ecosystem health. That is defined by the World Bank. So many authors have explained the definition of blue economy or ocean economy. I'm not going to elaborate, but it is the same definition. However, Asian Development Bank has explained the economics, societal, and environmental derives economic activities from the ocean. This is the one definition. So I'm not going to elaborate the thing. So underwater cultural heritage, blue economy, and sustainable development. Why do we preserve underwater cultural heritage? What is the significance to preserve this UCH? It represents an invaluable source of information on ancient civilization, maritime practice, human use of land and marine environment, and climate change. So United Nations says that 40% of the oceans is heavily affected by pollution, depleted fisheries, loss of coastal habitat, other human activities. Next question: why do we promote the blue economy? The reason is that exponential growth of population causing fast depletion of natural resources, environmental pollution, damaging biodiversity, and increased global warming. So ocean is a vital source of resources. Potential of blue economy can manage ocean resources in a sustainable way and compensate demand gap. World leaders realize the significance of conservation of UCH and the ocean's potential to enhance the blue economy, mitigate resource crisis, lift overall economic performance, increase the country's GDP, and achieve global sustainable development goals. Ocean resources and sustainable development. Unmanaged use of ocean resources and the causing climate change. Until recently, people believed that ocean was too large to suffer any adverse effect for human activities. So climate change caused by increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide causes rapid ocean warming and harms coral and other marine life. Climate change causes ocean acidification, which hinders cells formation in any inheritable species. Scientists, advocates, and lawmakers have worked together to mitigate the harmful effect of human activities and conserve ocean resources and underwater cultural heritage. So sustainable use of ocean resources mainly depend on the policy formation, cross-country relations, stakeholder initiatives, and innovative business solutions. Now, SDGs, ocean environment, and blue economy. Three are interconnected things. So, as I described what is SDG 14, ocean environment or ocean ecosystem is the as usual definition. The present threat of ocean environment. Due to the man-made activities increasing ocean pollution, damaging ocean ecosystem, very fast and unmanaged use of ocean resources, threat to marine ecosystem. One example I have mentioned over here, marine bacteria and photosynthetic algae consume carbon dioxide and produce oxygen, which is vital for supporting life and moderating the climate. They benefit society without any human intervention. So we must introduce the policy and regulations for protection of marine ecosystem and resources and to improve the marine sustainability and enhance the blue economy. The blue economy actually includes underwater cultural heritage, sustainable development goals, ocean resources, policy and strategy. This all are encompasses blue economy. Regional collaboration and sustainable ocean governance. This actually I have mentioned in my actual papers, original manuscript. This is the, as I told that the ocean marine ecosystems, marine underwater cultural heritage, these are gaining global attention nowadays. And United Nations are taking initiative to mitigate the issues and problems on this context. So this is one example. African Union's Blue Economy Strategy, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa's Blue Economy Regional Action Plan. Likewise, Indian Oceans also, Indian Ocean Rim Association Blue Economy Declaration. Pacific Ocean, Pacific Regional and Oceanscape Program. These all are promotional and initiatives by the different government, different countries. Likewise, Europe has taken European Union Blue Economy Initiative, Baltic Sea Initiative. These are the initiatives taken by the different countries. Blue economy, I have stated, mainly the focused area, renewable energy, fisheries, maritime transport, tourism, climate change, water management. So major focus of the blue economy mainly create green energy and fight climate change. These also a factor influencing the blue economy is this I have mentioned in my original manuscript. The disasters, sea-based terrorist activities, man-made issues, climate conditions, marine pollution, unsustainable use of marine resources. This is the factor influencing the blue economy. If we can able to mitigate the issues, we can able to enhance the blue economy worldwide. Blue economy present state of the art. Ocean resources is the main components of the blue economy. K ocean assets to 24 trillion US dollar. The global ocean is central to the livelihoods and food security of billions of people around the world, with an estimated 4.3 billion people relying on fish for 15% of their animal protein intake. Annual value of goods and services 2.5 trillion US dollar from ocean resources. Blue economy generates 5% of the global GDP and the 7th largest economy. Fisheries and aquaculture support about 260 million jobs. So blue economy focuses on sustainable technologies and innovative business solutions. Future of the blue economy, this is the things I have mentioned in my papers. Sectors to develop blue economy. Many sectors here. Amenities values, beach tourism, commercial and conservation, environmental protection, crude oils, cruise ship, many things. And goals for the blue economy. It is the important things. Economic diversification, creation of high value jobs, ensure food security, managing and protecting the marine environment, conservation of underwater cultural heritage. These are the important things which we can achieve through the blue economy, sustainable blue economy. Now coming to the sustainable blue economy. Investment in nature-based climate solution, harnessing ocean-based renewable solution, decarbonization ocean industries, securing sustainable food and for the future, carbon capture and storage, expanding ocean observation and research. This is the element of the sustainable blue economy. Contribution of the blue economy to selected SDGs and some of their targets. Actually, blue economy can enhance all. Blue economy can able to achieve the all SDGs goal. All are connected to the blue economy. SDG 1 end poverty, SDG 2 end hunger, SDG 6 clean water and sanitation, SDG 7 affordable and clean energy, SDG 8 decent work and economic growth, SDG 9 industry, innovation and infrastructure, SDG 10 reduced inequalities, SDG 11 sustainable cities and communities, SDG 12 responsible consumption and production, 13 climate action. Synergetic management strategy to enhance the blue economy. Different countries have adopted these policies, frameworks. Few I have mentioned over here. The primary focus to achieving SDGs, inclusive and improve the lives of all, creating jobs, conserve underwater cultural heritage, conserve marine lives and oceans, protect coastal communities from climate change, manage to reduce ocean pollution, policy to prevent unmanaged use of ocean resources, use smart shipping and lessen the impact of on environment in the ocean, harnessing renewable energy, policy and regulation to extract minerals and oceans. That is very important thing. Policy and regulation to extract minerals from the ocean. Promote coastal and beach tourism. Develop cross-country cooperation. Dedicated research and development enhance blue economy. Policy almost same. Blue economy strategies and associated policy development such as marine planning at the international, national, and local scale, opportunities and consequences of the integration of the natural capital and ecosystem services into the policy frameworks, marine sectors and conservation strategies, how marine sectors are developing innovative approach to advance and low and zero carbon economy, advanced partnerships and social innovation within the blue economy. Few of example I have given here. The many countries has taken initiative and form the blue economy strategies, policies. Kenya, Vietnam, China, China, Tunisia, Gambia, Portugal, Costa Rica. These are the examples. They have taken the initiative. They have included their planning, national planning in the blue economy. Blue economy framework and strategy towards sustainable development. Ecosystem approach, sector innovation, society and culture, zero carbon economy. These are the components. Blue economy framework and strategy towards sustainable development. Already different countries have taken initiative. This is the example. Conclusion. The blue economy has enormous potential to encompass and improve social well-being and sustainability in the ocean context. The risks are close if the uncontrolled use of ocean resources and coast continue to used mainly for commercial and trading purposes. The concept of the blue economy should address the issues and give direction on how cultural heritage can be used sustainably in the coastal and marine sectors. Another side, the creative economy is not directly concerned with the blue economy, but directly linked with the maritime cultural heritage. In turn, the protection of the cultural heritage enhances the blue economy. This is the important point. By 2030, ocean protection areas will be expected to expand 11% to 30%. At the global level, ocean resources and sustainability of the blue economy are also coming into the focus. It would be a significant area with a Green Deal. Sustainable approach to ocean management that can address the cumulative pressures have been the focus of considerable research and agencies' actions to achieve SDGs goal. It record deserved approach to eliminate marine pollution and conserve marine ecosystem and heritage to enhance the blue economy at the global level, in turn leading to the improved sustainable development. So this is my chair topic over there in the South Korea. This is my team was in the South Korea. They presented the paper in my session. and I won the best paper award at South Korea. 42 countries was participate in the South Korea. So my paper was considered the best paper award. This is the few photos at the stage, November 2023 at South Korea. All dignitaries guests are mainly connected to the United Nations because it is the connection of the United Nations program. So references. Thank you so much. This is my presentation. I was presented at the South Korea last time.
Thank you, Dr. Vishnu
Thank you so
Padapos.
much.
It's our privilege of having you as a speaker in our global forum. Thank you so much, and we really congratulate you on behalf of all our community partners and about G20 Youth Cabinet session and also the forum. We congratulate you for your being your paper has been selected as the best paper in South Korea. Well, moving on to the insights of the paper and your presentation. Well, we truly agree with you that culture plays a crucial role in addressing the climatic challenge by influencing the social attitudes, behaviors, and norms. And definitely, cultural awareness and education comes the first place for bringing any change in the society. So, the cultural practices and traditions and beliefs can be harnessed by raising awareness like this, like people like you contributing towards it about the climatic change and its impacts. So we really thank you for all your initiatives, and definitely these educational initiatives are grounded at a very ground level with cultural values and traditions can effectively communicate the urgency of the climatic action and inspire a behavioral change within the communities, starting from the student community and the youth community, taking it forward. So, what is the second thing which we have understood from your presentation is traditional ecological knowledge is very much required. We should know about the community, we should know about the place that we are talking about for bringing any or suggesting any change that is required. Maybe if it is something which is applicable for a country like India, may not be suitable for UAE as this is a desert. And maybe this is from the desert, if you move on to any plateau area, that place will not be suitable for that, the suggestions that we are giving. So we should have definitely the traditional ecological knowledge is required before suggesting for any change. So understanding the nuances which are involved in it. So the indigenous and the traditional communities often possess the valuable knowledge, and they talk about the ecosystems and they try to bring in the weather patterns as you have suggested with the focus of sustainable resource management and practices and the restorations which are involved in it. As we know that like protecting people from earthquake or the buildings or the environment from the earthquake or the national calamities, or few of them to name a few. So taking some examples. So integrating this kind of traditional ecological knowledge is the basic study line, is the baseline for moving forward. We do agree with you on that part. So we request all the education institutions on a note saying that this integration of traditional ecological knowledge becomes indispensable from bringing any climatic change adaptation strategies that can enhance the resilience. End of the day, what is the impact that we are looking for is countries or the communities or the people or the ones who are going to use it, they should become resilient of these ecosystems. So come what may, we'll be able to fight it. So we need to recoup ourselves. So these cultural shifts definitely will help in the consumer patterns, as you have mentioned about the blue economy. So definitely these cultural norms and influences will influence the consumer patterns and lifestyle choices which are required, promoting the cultural shifts towards a sustainable consumption habits by reducing consumption, minimizing waste, choosing eco-friendly products that can significantly reduce the green gas house emissions and resource depletions. So definitely community engagement and social cohesion on these cultural activities and the traditions often serve as a platform for community engagement and building community resilience to climatic change requires a strong social network and collaborative decision-making processes where it's not a unilateral decision, it should be a collateral decision taking into consideration of each and every recommendations, and such that we'll be able to facilitate the cultural practices that can promote solidarity and mutual support. So this climatic change, as you have concluded, saying that poses significant threats to the cultural heritage sites also, traditional livelihoods, and also other languages and other comforts that we are using. So the efforts to preserve these cultural heritage, not only to safeguard the unique cultural identities, but also to contribute to the climatic change adaptation by protecting the ecosystem and promoting sustainable land management practices. End of the day, what it all sums to is the cultural values and norms can influence policy priorities, governance structure, and which are related to the climatic change. Thank you, Doctor. And we do agree with you wholeheartedly that these policies can be aligned with cultural values, with respect for indigenous rights that can promote community-based approaches to climatic adaptation and are more likely to be effective or for a social cause. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. It was a wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Moving ahead, since Krupashni we lost Krupashni on the forum, so I would like to invite the next speaker, Ms. Meenakshi. If you're ready, can we go ahead?
Yes,
Ms. Meenakshi? Yes.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, so thereby we present one of the brilliant speakers, Ms. Meenakshi, who is a student of BTech Biotechnology with the Dr. MGR Education Institute and Research Institute. And Ms. Meenakshi is going to speak on cultural education for the global economy.
Yes, ma'am.
So the forum is all yours, Ms. Meenakshi. Please go ahead. Please kindly share your presentation. Thank you so much. Kindly introduce yourself and then you can go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
I would like to know more about your ITEN projects. What are the projects that you're doing with ITEN?
Can you able to see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, it is shared, but it's not in the slideshow mode.
Yes, ma'am. Now, ma'am?
We are able to see it. Yes, please.
Yes. My name is Meenakshi. Good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here among such a diverse and talented group of individuals. Let's make this conference a memorable and impactful experience. I'm Meenakshi, pursuing BTech Biotechnology in Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. So, I also worked in IGEN projects, such as I created awareness in 2 more schools like Green Valley Public School and one orphanage church, where I created awareness among energy saving conservation. So I'm one of the member in the NSAVE club. So IGEN, the Institute of Green Tech Engineering. So I'm here to be part of this conversation about culture and education for the global economy. I am passionate about exploring how different cultures shape our world and how education plays a crucial role in fostering a thriving global economy. We'll dive into the topic, the culture and education for the global economy. What is culture and education for the global economy? Culture and education are closely related and have a significant impact on each other. Culture is the customs, beliefs, and way of living shared by a particular society, community, or country. Education plays a crucial role in transmitting and preserving culture, while culture in turn shapes the educational practices and values within a society. So this is what about culture and education for the global economy. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Here we have some facts and notes. Globalization has the potential to increase Technological gaps create opportunities for new forms of colonization of developing countries by advanced nations, increase inequalities and conflicts between region or cultures, and promote the dominant cultures or values of some advanced areas over others. Primary and secondary education. Providing primary and secondary education increased globally in the 1990s, but progress was inadequate and masked differences between countries and regions. The OECD nations, it stands for Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, spend 100 times more per student than low-income countries on primary and secondary education. As a core element of society and the foundation of democratic choice, the large differences educational opportunities between countries are one of the basic causes of global inequality. So there is a large difference in the education among the countries. Developing a national qualifications. Developing a national qualifications framework is important for participating in the global economy as it facilitates lifelong learning, matches skill supply and demand its career choices. Training and skills development. Access to training and skills development for women is often hindered by family commitments, indicating a need for childcare and distance learning options. The shift to a knowledge economy means education and skills are central to an inclusive globalization process that allows full participation and creativity. So, facts are the past true events and notes which is going to impact on global economy. Mission and vision. Evaluation of education, access knowledge from anywhere, collaboration and exchange of ideas, role of technology in education, case study, tips for navigation, globalization, education. So, evolution of education is considered a core element of society and the foundation of democratic choice. The large difference in educational opportunities between countries are one of the basic causes of global inequality. Access knowledge from anywhere. Access to training and skills development for women is often hindered by family commitments, indicating a need for childcare and distance learning options. Unequal access to education reinforces existing global inequalities. Developing countries spend for less per student than OECD countries. Improving education access is vital to reduce inequality. Collaborating and enhance of ideas with multinational corporations plays a major role in globalization by integrating markets, encouraging foreign investment, and promoting cross-border trade. This has benefited the Indian economy through increased foreign investment, intercultural exchange, and access to new technologies. Governments need to prioritize social justice by protecting workers' rights, assisting small producers, and ensuring the benefits of globalization are shared equitably. A comprehensive approach is needed to balance opportunities and challenges. Role of technology in education. Globalization has impacted Indian education with the adoption of information technology, e-learning, and flexible education models supported by government initiatives like the New Education Policy. Here, case study proves that the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted global patterns and flows, but technological advancements like e-commerce and artificial intelligence can help restructure trade and supply chains. Business must view globalization as a driver for future recovery and growth. So, a tip for navigating globalization in education is a comprehensive strategy is needed to achieve sustainable development. Can you hear, ma'am?
Yes, you can continue.
Yeah. A comprehensive strategy is needed to achieve sustainable development and equitable growth, addressing issues like income inequality, environmental protection, and human rights in the context of globalization. So here I am presenting the old report of globalization, which measuring consumer confidence in the economy crucial understands both current economic strength as well as how consumers may be expectations act in the future. So it is the report of 2012 where China has the leading place. It is the chart of showing how internet users in millions. So China has the 292 million people leading in the using of internet, but our country India in 2012 we have shown very less to the internet users. But as we see now, many of the developing countries also have very good internet users, such as this graphical representation shows that the internet worth in 2012, which is 10 years back, but now globally, few more countries developed more than that of leading countries. India also one of the top country, which is leading with introducing 5G network in 2023. So this is how we are developed. So likewise, all other countries also developed in this 10 years. So within 10 years, we have proven that we also topmost leading countries as such as other developed countries. Then global economy. Which country feel confident about the economy in 2024? Heading to 2024, an average of 50% of polled adults felt confident that the global economy would be stronger than in 2023. But breaking down response by country shows a vast disparity between responses. So here India has the vast empowerment by other countries. So in this global economy by country, in Asia, among the Asian countries, India has the leading position, which is compared to US, UK, and other developed countries. So here, Japan has the least global economy by country. So which can be seen as Asia's least country, and India has the first position, which is leading to the global economy, which is increased in this 2023. So will global economy be stronger in 2024 than it was in 2023? Here are the percentage of respondents who agreed with the following statement: the global economy will be stronger in 2024 than it was in 2023. We also note the change in percentage points compared with the same question a year prior. So here we can have the percentage of 85%, and which can be compared to US, it has 45%, and the least Asian country which has 30%, that is Japan. So this is the global economy which is developed within 2023 and 2024. So we can expect that India would be leading country after coming up years. So next, research objectives. Research objectives, the broad objective of the present research paper are clear from the survey of literature and extensive desk research. But for the sake of clarity, they are given below. Analyze trends in globalization since 1991 onwards of LPG to understand the impact of globalization in Indian economy, to study the impact of globalization in other developing countries, evaluate economic and social benefits occurring to India through globalization, a critical analysis of trends and review as to where globalization is leading to recommend course corrections and policy changes to benefit our society. Here we have some important globalization roles, which we can be said as integration of economies, equality or inequality, which also comes under education or the capitalism with the individual person or the women or men. So everything comes under equality or inequality. Then communication. Communication is the one of the most important thing which is the needed for the global economy. So with the communication, we can able to communicate from India to South Korea. Means why it is not possible to develop a global economy with the communication. So it is the major important role which plays in the global economy according to the research objectives. Then trade versus. So here trade is nothing but we can say about export and imports. So this is also the one of the main part in the global economy. So this may be would increase or decrease the economy of the individual country by trading with its own products. Then brand. For example, we can take a brand for Apple brand, which we are using now, earpods, iPhone, laptops, everything Apple brand, which is now the biggest brand of the world economy. So likewise, we can also create some more brands which would be reach all over the country. Then exploitation, which leads to the decrease the development of the global economy. So in exploitations, we have to be very secure and safe while we are doing so. Likewise, now we can able to see the exploitation in the case of Ukraine and Russian war. So likewise, so in that cases we have to take we have to take lead positions, and we have to solve those things to just make this world peace and without any exploitation. So growth should be in mutual way, like both the sides should be the growth, like all or everyone, like opposite person should also be benefited while the growth by our growth also. If India is growing, then the neighbor countries like China, Japan, these countries also should be grow. So this is known as mutual growth. Then poverty. So definitely we can say India has the India has so many peoples with affected with poverty. Without food, they were surviving here. So more than 80% of people were surviving due to the they are actually affected by the poverty. Then environment is nothing but which is surrounded by us. Surrounded by us means not only the nature or disaster, but includes also the social, culture, mannerism, everything comes under environmental crucial role. So here we have to be a friendly nature with everyone, kind, everything will comes under environment, which is like a cultured thing. Then capitalism. Here, capitalism is an economic system where private individuals or businesses own capital goods and operate them for profit. The main feature of capitalism is capitalism is used only for the profit. Okay. So likewise, then technology, the internet, shrinking the world. Shrinking the world is nothing but we are seeing shrinking the world. We can able to see an example like in 1990 and all. If we wanted to call a person from India to US, we have to go to STD or some private calls, and we have to pay money, and we have to call. Likewise, it were happen. But now, if we wanted to talk with them, we can able to call from our own phone itself. So that is the development of our global economy, which is lead to shrinking the world within our hands. So these are all the globalization research objectives, which are the most important things plays a vital role in the globalization. The next one is growth chart. Growth chart. This one is this growth chart came from the Japan's leading paper. Like the World Bank of Tuesday said India would remain the fastest growing economy in terms of both aggregate and per capita GDP, gross domestic product, among the largest emerging market and developing economies, while retaining its growth forecast for Asia's third largest economy at 6.3% for FY24. For the year, for India, 2023 and 2024 stands for financial years 2023 and 2024, and 2024 to 2025 respectively. We can expect that India would be the leading country. So while comparing to the India with the United States, see 1.6 to 1.1 points, India is leading with 6 points and 7 points within 2023 and 2024. So it has developed more in this financial years of 2023 to 2024, and we can expect more development within 2024 to 2025. This is the growth chart from Japan, which forecasts for Asia's third largest economy at 6.3% for financial year 24. Then IMF GDP growth projections. Here, the IMF stands for the International Monetary Fund. On Tuesday, further slashed India's economic growth measured by gross domestic product forecast by 80 basis points to 7.4% for the financial year 2022 to 2023. Here, the International Monetary Fund. This also proves that India has developed to 7.4 for the financial year 2023. So 2022 to 2023. Here we 80 basis points. See, we can see the Germany for 1.2, but our India is leading to 7.4. As we compare to USA, it has 2.3 points within financial year 2022 to 2023, but India has raised to 7.4. Even though we have raised, we are still promoting our Indian country to develop to the most top within competing with other developed countries. So this is the IMF GDP growth projections of 2022. Now either it will be expecting to become a very good position or leading position within few more years. So yes, thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to take part in G20 Youth Cabinet International Conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Meenakshi. That was a mind-blowing presentation. First, I would like to hear from Sai Prasanna sir, and then I will sum it up. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Meenakshi. That was a wonderful presentation. You conveyed presentation in such a manner. Thank you for your presentation you have done on culture and education for the global economy. A country's economy becomes more productive by educated workers who can complete the task effectively. The role of education is more important in the country's economy. One of the factors that explain the higher GDP by well-educated populations and high productivity. You have explained everything in detail and the way you convey. When it comes to the education and culture of global economy, we have to discuss the few points, the key factors in the survey. You have described the Global Economic Survey of 2023 and the forecast details and also the research objectives. The recognition, the accountability, which is more important in GDPs, the culture we have followed. Thank you for your presentation, Meenakshi.
Meenakshi?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you please come on screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What are the projects that you're doing with IGEM, Ms. Meenakshi?
Actually, I am one of the member in NSAVE Club, ma'am, which is promoting the electricity conservation. So
Okay.
I have done 2 projects on it. So going for the public schools and creating awareness among them. So I have completed 2 projects, and I'm going to coming up with one more project that will be soonly announced. That will be announced soon.
Okay.
With my
so
team, I'm going to working on it.
when you visit schools, what do you ask them to do? How do you go and is it only talking about it, or how do you monitor it? Because how you can say that, ensure that yes, the project is on the go and people are following you. And they are
First,
able
we
to-
will firstly we will go to that school and asking about the what are all the energy conservation, what they do in their homes, schools, or whatever they are doing. So then after taking that survey, we will give our own awareness to them. After creating awareness, they will spread this awareness to their school friends, or in homes or relatives, wherever they reach, they would give these things to other peoples so that we can able to create awareness among them. And we, after this event, we will take again survey from that particular school so that we can able to reach and creating awareness among them, which leads to the conservation of energy.
That's very good. That's what I really wanted to hear because, as I was mentioning in the previous summary, to work with the local community, you should be aware of exactly what are their problems. Basically, it's about SWOT analysis. What are the strengths and weaknesses? Accordingly, we will be able to design a program for them and we can implement it. And implementation is definitely will become successful only on tracking and monitoring the progress such that addressing the problems which are involved in it and suggesting the interventions and the recommendations such that you're able to move forward from wherever they're stuck and you'll be able to guide them through and through such that your project will become successful. I'm so happy about it. And Meenakshi, like you have covered so many financial aspects of it in comparison with different countries, especially when it comes to Asian countries, India with Japan and everything. Whatever that you have shared in your presentation is definitely from a wide research work that you have that has taken so much of your time, and definitely like we could see that somebody else has worked with you such that they have helped you in just bringing up these points on this global forum. And we do agree with you that basically when it comes to culture and education, they are the essential pillars for the development of the global economy. And I'm sure everybody will agree with me on that. And so it promises what? Cultural competence in business activities, such that today's idea, today's concept that we're talking about, the globalist economy, that is or that stems from the businesses interact with diverse cultures, because not everywhere it's same. Even if you take India, it's not the same between the neighboring states even. So understanding the cultural nuances is so very crucial for a successful international trade and negotiations and collaborations. And if it's not happening between the two states, which are so neighboring countries or neighboring states, how can we think about a global economy when it involves so many countries and continents and other people who are involved in it? So what is required is, in that case, education is a key thing that fosters the cultural competence and prepare these individuals for navigating cross-cultural interactions effectively and leading them for a smoother business operations and enhanced economic partnerships. Exactly. So that was very well presented. Moving ahead, and I like the second thing that you mentioned about the innovation and creativity. That's what is required. See, for example, if I'm going to say that I know about these things, which I've been following for ages and ages, and I'm not going to move ahead and I'm not going to adapt to the change. Say, for example, I was using a Nokia phone sometime before. Today, I'm using a touch screen. Why am I doing it? So the change is according to the environment, according to the demand of the society. So in that case, people should be adaptable to change. So the cultural influences the creativity and the innovation that is required. And again, the supporting factor is none other than education. People should be educated. People should be educated about their thinking, should be the critical thinking, and students like you should be definitely should be encouraged for interdisciplinary learning that can foster environmental conducive environment that is conducive for innovation. That's what is most required. And culturally diverse education environments bringing together different perspectives from different ideas, sparkling creativity, generating innovative solutions to complex economic challenges that are involved in it. And the third point, which really caught my attention, is when you talked about the tourism point of it, which contributes, which catalyzes the economic development. So that's one more factor that definitely education really helps. So the cultural education promotes the appreciation and preservation of the cultural heritage. which has become a biggest challenge. And we also do not know exactly. We are thinking that Earth is round and Earth is round. The big question has come whether it is actually round, or is it a square, or is it only one Earth, or is it only one planet where the lights are going on? There are so many things that are involved in it. So this kind of education definitely creates an openness or to learn and to relearn, unlearn, relearn, and move ahead in our process of developing knowledge. So in that case, connecting it to the economy factor, this cultural education will help to leverage tourism as a significant growth for the economic growth, significant factor, significant catalyst that will that will enhance the economic growth. And also, second thing which I really want to mention is it will create so many opportunities for youngsters like you. When tourism is involved, when people start collaborating, when people start doing businesses with SMEs, MSMEs, and investment opportunities, it will have more and more jobs, and it will really pay solutions for the cultural sustainable economic development that we are talking about. And also promoting cultural exchange will always be there. So on the whole, where it leads to, where the whole summary of thing is leads to is what I could see is global talent mobility. That is, we are going to work with the people, and people have to move forward from what is known to them to what is unknown, taking them from the area of known to unknown, where they will learn something, they will adapt to the skills which are required and the knowledge to participate in the future global workforce, which is otherwise, which is in quotations that we call it as Industry Work 4.0. So this cultural inclusive education systems will attract international students who will work in collaboration with all our people. Education skill, it could be university students or the school students or even the skilled workers, such that contributing for a talent mobility and knowledge exchange, which is a key thing to bring in a change. So the countries have to invest in education, creating welcoming environments for the international talent enhancement to the competitiveness in the global economy. So moving ahead, when all these things are done, what is the whole thing it is going to end up is the entrepreneurship and business development, where my vision of the youth are not going to be job seekers, they are going to be job givers. Each one of you will become an entrepreneur, will become a business owner, such that these entrepreneurial ecosystems thrive in for the environments that will embrace diversity and creativity and also risk taking, such that these programs will promote entrepreneurial skills, cultural awareness, and cross cultural communication, empower individuals to launch and sustain successes in business, and driving economic growth and job creation towards a sustainable world. Thank you, Meenakshi. That was a wonderful presentation. I was so happy to do the summary for you because the way you presented, to be very frank, you are more, I was relating you to our finance minister, the great finance minister, such that all your details, the nuances, all the small points which you have really worked on, your research work, so much of research work has gone into it. I could see the data, I could see that, what are things. Imagine that you're going to do the same presentation in your college. People will come and talk to you. People will come and ask you, Meenakshi, that was wonderful. How did you manage to do it? So they will be motivated. So you will become a force. You will become that wonderful force who will be able to drive your team. You will make your own army such that you will become a wonderful leader to take it forward. One day or other, definitely it will happen that you will become what I said.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful words, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Meenakshi. It was such a great privilege having you today with us. Thank you. That was a wonderful presentation. Moving ahead, I think we have got the youngest speaker again with us. Just give me some time. I'm just looking into my list. Can we hear it from Krishna Chandran? Krishna Chandran, are you ready?
Yes,
8th grade student. It's not that I'm very partial towards students, I'm so happy to have them here on this forum, to be very frank.
Hello everyone, my name is Krishna Chandran. I am studying in 8th grade in Dunlap Valley Middle School in Peoria, Illinois. I am a member of the Asian Army. Today I'm going to present about the topic Culture for Climate Action for the World. I hope we all have a set of actions to manage the climate control, which we are going to follow as a culture in the day-to-day life. Thanks for G20 team for giving me an opportunity to present this presentation. There are many number of quotes about climate change, but I would like to highlight the quote said by Stephen Hawking before we start talking about climate change. Quote, "The polar ice caps are shrinking and the desert areas are increasing. At night, Earth is no longer dark, but large areas are lit up. All of this is evidence that human exploitation of the planet is reaching a critical limit." What is climate change? Climate change refers to the long-term changes in global temperatures and other characteristics of the atmosphere. Today, climate change is mainly caused by human activities instead of natural disasters. What are the causes of climate change? There are many causes for climate change, such as the increasing of greenhouse gases, like methane, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, etc., deforestation on the mass scale for industrial land, landfills, offshore drilling of petroleum, fracking, overfishing, and more. What are the impacts of climate change on the environment? They are rising of temperatures, melting of glaciers, rising of oceans, extreme weather events like frequent tornadoes, floods, droughts, ocean acidification, habitat disruption, and many more. How can culture solve climate change? Culture is a powerful resource for addressing climate change impacts. So we can help by spreading public awareness, by organizing a rally, handing out leaflets, using social media to spread public awareness about climate change, using electric vehicles, recycling waste and not sending them to the landfills, and saving energy at home, like switching to renewable energy, and also using energy efficient light bulbs. Culture for climate. In the global climate crisis, cultural and arts institutions can give voice to various groups, conduct environmental education, familiarize people with the change of perceptions in how we define a good life. Finally, they can join global climate movement. In practice, this means implementing necessary changes, establishing ecological priorities in an institution's mission, programs, and budgets. Thank you.
So, Krishna Chandran?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Which grade are you studying?
I'm in 8th grade, ma'am.
Which school are you studying?
I'm studying in Dunlap Valley Middle School.
Okay. So what are the projects that you've done when it comes to the environment support?
Like, I have worked on like many presentations about the SDG goals, as well as I have also like made a patent, all under the like organization of IGN.
Okay, you made a patent. Can we know more about it, please?
Like, the patent is like a garbage indicator. It's like when the garbage is full, like it sends a signal to the garbage collectors who would just come and collect the garbage.
And you made that?
No, like I didn't make it on my own. I had a team.
You had a team. Oh, that's wonderful. That really makes it more, like a highlight. It is giving all kind of crowns. What team? What age were they, and how you were guiding them, or how you were taking them?
Well, I wasn't guiding them. Like, we had a team leader who was like 2 years older than me, and then like the average age was 14 at that time.
14. Okay, so that's really fabulous. And how many badges and medals have you got till now, like for your social participation or a community participation?
Unfortunately, none for now.
You know something, you will be getting a specialized certificate for taking part in our forum and speaking on this forum. So this
Okay.
will definitely, and go back to your school, go back to people and show it with all pride, saying that I participated in it, I contributed, I shared my insights in this global forum. You guys also have to come and speak about it. And whenever you speak to your friend, at least you should share one thought of social awareness towards the environmental, sustainable development goals that we are talking about, and simple thing. And even anything that you can ask. Did you close your water tap? Did you mend your bed? Did you turn off your lights before you leave for school? So ask simple things like that, very simple things. And if they're coming by car or a bus, you can say that if you're staying close by, why not use your bicycle? So start speaking these kind of simpler things in which people can relate on a daily basis, and they can bring forth in action. You know something, what will happen in due course of time, Krishna Chandran? You will become the leader. Now you say that you are working with one or some other leader who was elder to you, maybe by 2 years or something. But
Yes.
when you start doing things, it will definitely help you to lead. People will come and ask you, or they themselves will come and tell you, Krishna Chandra, today I came by bicycle. You said yesterday, like, you should not come by car, you should not come by bus. So they will start doing that. If they are staying close by, they will stay. They will come by walking even. That's possible. That's to be encouraged. So you will
Also,
become an inspiration for your friends to follow you. And at home, who helps you or who motivates you, who supports you in doing this?
my dad and mom,
Both of
my
them. I'm
parents.
so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. With due respects, really. Congratulations, Krishna Chandran. I really appreciate your involvement and your participation in our G20 forum. And we are so thankful to you for taking part in it. And next time when you come, you will not come as a single person. You will definitely bring your army. I want to see your army.
Well, actually, one thing is that I am in USA and I don't think I have enough
That makes it more easy then. USA, you
yeah.
can bring your friends. You can always tell your friends that, come on, let's come on, such a thing is happening. Come on, guys, let's go speak. Why don't you do that?
Well, actually, I'm planning on presenting or expanding the IGN army over here in the USA.
That's more, oh my God, what to say? I think Dr. Ramesh should hear it, and he would be most happy to hear that. And that's what is all that we're talking about. It's not that people talking about carbon footprint, I'm going to reduce it, and this kind of GDP, this kind of percentage, all these things, research work, when we start implementing, when charity begins at home, when we start doing things exactly that's the point of change. That's the point where the change is going to happen. And it should not be by definitely by compulsion. It should be by or by chance. I just happen to do it. It's not like that. It should be your choice. You should be inclined to do it, and you should be involved in it. That's it. And definitely that will really help you. Thank you, Krishna Chandran. Thanks for taking part. We are so happy to have. We are so happy and we are so thankful to you for taking part. And congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Child is father of a man. That's what is happening here. I'm so happy to hear, to have more and more speakers like this, such that we know that we are being heard, and we are being heard by people whom we want to, and we are able to bring about a change. So, moving ahead, we have got yet another wonderful, brilliant speaker, Mr. Ramana Krishnan. Mr. Ramana Krishnan, hope you're ready, I think.
Yeah, Mom, I'm ready. I'm ready to
Yes, Mr. Ramana Krishnan is a student from Sri Sairam Engineering College, and he's a partner with IGEN. He's going to speak on creative economy And leaving no leaf unturned, he's going to talk on digital transformation enhancing the global economy. So please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Ramana Krishnan. Sorry. Mr. Ramana, your screen is visible and you can go ahead with your presentation, please. Have you muted yourself? No? Mr. Ramana, we lost you.
On now?
Yeah, your screen is visible. It's getting visible. Sorry, it's loading. It had loaded before. Now it is loading. Thank you.
No, ma'am. Yeah. Wishing you a pleasant evening. I am Ramana Krishnan, first year student, Department of Internet of Things, Sri Sara Engineering College, Chennai, India. First of all, thank you for this tremendous opportunity, and it's a pleasure for being the part of G20 International Youth Cabinet. And I'm a new hygiene member, looking forward to innovate and contribute to the dynamic hygiene community. Coming on to my presentation. So the target of this interactive presentation is to make the audience to understand that how a creative economy, not the traditional one, how a creative economy and a digital transformation upholds the global economy in a dynamic way. So that is what we're gonna see in this presentation. So what does global economy mean? It refers to an economic system which includes all economic activities conducted within nations and between nations by including production, consumption, and economic management. And go to the slide 2, we have what is economy and like creative economy. Creative means here, the creative economy, we are speaking about creative economy. What does economy mean? Economy is a traditional background which is there for several tens of years. So it includes various operations such as producing, distributing of goods, making profit on that, importing and exporting trades are happening. And ultimately, the economy tends to uphold the global economy. So the question may arise here: then economy is here, then why does creative economy is required to uphold the global economy? But there is a difference. Yeah, creative economy involves in innovation, artistic expressions, and cultural diversity. It taps the human creativity, imagination, and upholds the economic value in different way. It also supports skills, technology, and phenomenal entrepreneurship in various countries. So it can be concluded that these economic giants, the both traditional economy and the creative economy, will make the impact on the job creation, innovation, GDP growth, and societal progress for 100%. Over to the slide 3, we have a graphical depiction. It's an interactive graph. To witness these effects of creative economy, let us take these 3 years. The black one, 1990, represents the year of 1990, and the green represents the year of 2000, and the gray represents the year of 2020. What is great in these years? I can tell you that in 1990, where the traditional economy played a vital role, and in 2000, when creative economy is introduced, where it is introduced in each and every country, and 2020, the period where creative economy played a phenomenal role. So over to the United States in 1990, these graph is given in USD billions, with the triple P economies. In 1990, USA have 5,279.575 USD billions. And in 2000, when creative economy is introduced, it had a point of 10,284, with into 2 times of growing. And in 2020, the recent years, it had a phenomenal growth of 20,936 points, holding the second largest economy in the world. Over to the China, they were starting from very low point, like 1092, and over the 2000, they had a point of 3698, and now they are the leading country in both creative economy, consumptions and productions everywhere. They had a point of 24,375. Coming out to our country, since our country is a developing country, we had a point of 986 in 1990, and in green. Uh, in the year of 2020, we had a point of 2077, and in gray, it represents the year of 2020. We had a point of 9,907.028 USD billions. But there is such a long way to go where new technologies should be introduced, new innovation should be introduced, new entrepreneurship should be grown, and that is how a developing country can be made into a developed country. Over to the slide 4, we are coming to the phase 2. Apart from create economic, the digital transformation is required. What does digital transformation mean? So digital transformation refers to the integration of digital technologies into all aspects of business, fundamentally changing how it operates and delivers to the customers. So why does digital transformation requires? So there are several points where digital transformation leads to the elevated customer satisfaction, heightened productivity, cost efficiency, effective resource management, increase revenue opportunities, and dive on innovation. Especially the heightened productivity, cost efficiency, resource management, revenue opportunities, and innovation entrepreneurship ultimately supports the global economy in a dynamic way. So that is why digital transformation plays a vital role here. And coming to the next slide, we have the top 10 digital transformations in 2023. These are the top 10 digital transformation that each and every country is searching and placing it in their area to get grown in ultimate way. The first, the Internet of Things, it's my department. Internet of Things, mobile technology, robotics, artificial intelligence and machine learning, augmented reality, big data, digital twin, API-based integrations, cloud-based technology. Again, the Internet of Things, where the cloud-based technology is getting scope. So, what does Internet of Things mean? Like, it consists of large number of devices and sensors, which is used to collect data, analyze data, and deliver the result. And mobile technology, we all use mobile technology. Each and everyone holds a mobile device in their hand, and which is used to communicate between the companies and the customers. Also supports real-time data access. And robotics, the branch of engineering that all we know, we have seen in lots and lots of movies, where the computer science and plays a vital role in the conception, design, and manufacture and operation of robots. And AML, other engineering department, which refers to an ability of computer to stimulate what people think and do in real world. And machine learning is a category of, we can say that it's a category of artificial intelligence that focus on the use of algorithms and data to emulate the human brains, learn gradually increasing the accuracy. The Internet of Things and AML are trending topics nowadays. It's getting trending nowadays. Or to the graphical depiction of slide 6, we have various countries. These are published by IMD based on the digital competitiveness of each and every country in 2023. They hold a significance factor as how the country are in their knowledge, technology, and future readiness. Here we have the top 3 countries such as USA, Singapore, Australia, and USA hold a 100% rate in their knowledge, technology, and future readiness. They are most perfect developed country. And second, Singapore. Mostly Singapore, they don't have their own inhabitants. Most of them are migrated and from other countries. Even though due to that, they have a wide variety of knowledge and innovation. They hold a point of 97.4. And coming to our country, since it's a developing country, we have a rate of 57.74, which can be increased in further ways and further digital transformation in upcoming days. So, go to the global economic graphical depiction. This is an interactive graph with the factors discussed above. The global economy from 1980 to 2020, with every half decade, has been depicted through an interactive graph in this slide. Especially why 1980 and 2020 is 1980 is the year that has no meaning of digital transformation, and into the concept 2000 and 2020, where the creative economy and digital transformation came into a key factor and played a phenomenal role. So I think I need to play that how each country is contributing themselves and upholding their positions due to their creative economy and digital transformation. The year 2000 comes here, where creative economy is playing a major role, and the year of 2020, the recent year, and this is how they are performing each and every half decades. Out to the slide 8. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ramana Krishnan. Well, you have covered all the important points which are related to the digital transformation. And digital transformation is, as I would say, it's no more luxury for anybody for that matter. Because end of the day, today we are conducting this session that's happening because of the digital transformation that has taken place in countries in a day-to-day life. And we are able to communicate between each other, and it does make communication has become a very easy thing for each and every livelihood that had brought in so many business changes in the businesses as such without we are able to really do it without wasting much time that's happening because of the digital transformation. And I'm there with you on that point that both creative economy and digital transformation play a very significant role in contributing to the global economy. So thank you so much. And since you mentioned about the critical economy, well, I do, it encompasses different areas or the industries of art, design and media, entertainment, fashion, etc., etc., etc. And they do not only generate revenue, but also foster innovation and drives cultural expression and create employment opportunities. That's very vital there. And also thereby contributing to the global economy. And when we talk about economic growth, you've gone, between, you have explained it so well, such that so vast, and I should really congratulate you for the hard work that you have put in, and with immense knowledge, and exactly like what you have compared between all the countries. That's what is to end of the day. That's what is people should be aware of exactly. As this creative economy is again a significant driver of economic growth, contributing to the GDP and job creation. And these creative industries generate revenue, not only generate revenue through cultural products, services, and experiences, but also stimulate economic activity in the related sectors successfully. That's what is the thing. Such that, and one more thing I would like to add on to it is that let not the youth become job seekers. They all should become job givers. So you, instead of creating your awareness, creating your experience, creating your knowledge as such, why you need to work for somebody else? Start working to bring the change in you. If at all you want to see some growth, the growth should happen within you. Why you have to work for some other company? So always thinking about the innovation and entrepreneurship or two sides of the coin. So if you're going to be creative, if you're going to talk about the innovation that we're talking about, are the heart, definitely, or the two hearts of the creative economy. When it is so, all into entrepreneurs and innovators in the creative industries, when you develop your own products, the new products, develop your own services, develop your own business models, and take it forward to the community, driving for a technological advancement and competitive differentiation. That will bring the differentiation there. So, such that this cultural diplomacy that we're talking about is a soft power. So it will start from a single small atom, and later on, when we start going to the market, when we just go and explain to the market with our own products, imagine that you are going to talk about some other brand and talking about this brand, this company. Instead of that, when you say this is my brand, this is my company, and this is my product, that my will have all power within you, and it will bring out the power, and it will add on to yourself such that you will be able to contribute for the change in a better way by creating. First you have to create it and then communicate it collaborated such that you will be able to forward to the community, such that you bring a change in the citizenship. So this is the process of the C's that we're talking about. So all these things should contribute to a change in self, such that this cultural exchange and the collaboration for the international partnership is a creative economy that will enhance the global cooperation and mutual understanding and cultural exchange, definitely. So, last but not the least, the digital transformation refers to the integration of these digital technologies into all aspects of the business operation, process and strategies. And it will, one day, it will revolutionize all the industries and enhance the efficiency and drives for innovation, such that we will be the pilot people who are taking forward this change or the change which is required. This change or the transformation will fuel the innovation. That by it will be able to enable the development of the new products and services, the business models that we're talking about. Yeah, thank you so much. So that is wonderful. And definitely, I want to see you as one of the entrepreneurs in the near future. The thought is the thing. So if at all this program, this forum has to bring in some change in you, I don't want to see you working in any company. You should definitely become a business owner who will have your own army to take it forward, and you will be taking the lead.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much, Mom. I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So moving ahead, yes, Professor Khalid, we are waiting to hear from you. I purposely kept you the last because I know you will have lot of things to share. So I didn't want to miss anything.
No problem. Yeah, that's my pleasure. Actually, I'm so happy. Actually, I'm so excited. First, sorry because my video, I will open the video after my presentation because I don't like to lose any connection. But again, I want to say thank you, Dr. Srividhya, about your presentation. Actually, you invite every time all sessions you had, you present beautiful speakers. It's really amazing topics, amazing issue.
Today, Professor Khalid, I'm so very happy. I had two speakers from schools, from grade 7 and grade 5.
Yes, and I am here also to share something for them, to grow with them dream. There is no end. We all together work for youth, for new generation, because we already know everything some about the knowledge, but we support them to grow with their future. That's the point.
Definitely, big congratulations to IGEN, sir. Like they have brought these two speakers who are students in schools. I'm so happy. I'm really so happy. You know, exactly. And you know, like to see the like Dr. Vishnupada Bose is such an experienced, eminent personality in this forum. As such, his paper has been awarded as the best paper in Indonesia, and he is sharing this platform with the students of grade 7. That means how much motivation will happen, how much these students will get inspired to do more and more, such that we adults will become role models for these kids to take it forward. And definitely these kids will be inspired to do more and more, and they will definitely, very soon they will form their own army to take all this lead forward. Really.
Thank you, Dr. Prashna. Okay, may I can start my presentation because the time
Please, Professor. Please, Professor.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It's now just I share down this moment. I have to care about the connection, because I don't like to. This one and that chair. I hope.
Yes, Professor, it is loading now.
Okay. Great.
Yes, we are able to see it, but it has to go onto the slideshow mode.
Yes. Now get it now?
We are able to, yes, now it's okay. Now it is coming in the slideshow. Please go ahead, Professor. Thank you.
Yes, perfect. Thank you for this opportunity. For our students, lovely students, listen to me careful because that's special for you. We all together for youth. Just I let you know what about me. Actually, I'm educator, actually, and pro coach. But I'm talking now as a pro coach in this session because the topic for today's economy, it must be care about how you coach you to grow in your life in economy. I'm actually a pro coach in global digital and in global mindset and also WBAX. I have experienced 10 years as coach. What about coach? Actually, I coach the people, entrepreneur, and all business sector and all companies and all factors around the world. I'm talking about pro coach multilingual with many countries and many factors that I can support you in future how you can grow with special topics in economy. Okay, and also I had also very special chance to become also member in global sustainable future network. That's I am here, and also that's a good opportunity to be here in this platform. And also I contacted with the group with the UN and African Union, and also not only this, and also became also global empowered that's contact or direct with youth. Then I hope our youth here today contact with me in future to support for everything for in my project. And also I am so happy because today I received that's a qualified certificate from Dr. Shahid that about my presentation in SLSP. I hope that I can deliver more in future. And here, that's a little bit for my project. I will back again for my project, but let me share now for this topic for today. We talk about culture and education for the global economy. I was so happy because I learned, I heard from all speakers today about the economy. They have the knowledge, really. But I will adding something how I can support you for this. About the culture education for the global economy, you have to support or you focus for knowledge and learning and communication. These three steps you have to care about: the knowledge and learning and communication to be qualified in global economy. Now, about the knowledge, what's the meaning of the knowledge based economy? The knowledge economy or knowledge economy is an economic system in which the production of goods and services is based principally on knowledge intensive activities that contribute to advancement in technical and scientific innovation. What are the different types of knowledge economy? Number one, there is knowledge economy. We have to know this. And also learning economy. We have to learn how the economy gone and following how. And also there is kind of creative economy. It's very important. And also open new knowledge economy. That's new. And also about the knowledge more, what is the importance of knowledge in economy? The knowledge embodied in human being as human capital and in technology have always been central to economic development. It has been estimated that more than 50% knowledge-based activities. About learning how to study the global economy. If you are interested in learning more about global economy, system, and institutions, there are many useful resources available. Many. And I, by myself, I know a lot of topics I can deliver it. But first, how you can continue with it, how you can know this, how you can learn the economic. First, you have to be ready. First, you have to be qualification to study. I mean, you have to learn languages. If you want to be global, you have to learn languages. Like me, I'm talking more than 9 languages. If you want to be global. And then you have to learn computer science. Of course, how you can connection with the computer, how you can work in the computer, because that's good opportunity for you to grow with your life. And also, you have to learn all knowledge of what you need to contact for, of course, because all the economics, each sector, it has knowledge. You have to know what about this. And the communication, and that is the super point. Sure, the communication is economics engine for change, and its gateway to new resource and opportunity. How communication in the global economy has brought the world together. Advancement in communication technologies such as the internet, social media, and mobile phones, and also it will be that's make it easier and faster for people to communicate and share information across national borders. This has created new opportunity for culture exchange, economic collaboration, and social interaction. Here again for my project, what I'm doing actually for my project, I have the project 3 topics in my project. I'm talking about multilingual, more than 9 languages. I'm talking about computer science. I'm talking about music curriculum. Leave now music curriculum. For this topic today, I'm talking about multilingual and computer science. What about multilingual and how I can deliver and what I can deliver for youth to grow in economic? For example, I can deliver as I am member in Global Digital Library since 2018. My friends there, we had more than 800 translators. We talk about more than 250 local languages. Then I can be able to deliver all topic what I have in economy to let you grow in your business in your local languages. And that's the good point. But for me, directly, I can support in 9 languages. My knowledge in 9 languages is English, French, Spanish, and Italy, and German, and Dutch, and Russian, and Chinese, and Arabic. Actually, if you contact with this multilingual, it will be excellent with your knowledge in future, because that's the wonderful and the very important languages in the world. You have to get it, and that's very simple. Let me stop my sharing because I want to say just a moment. I will change the extension to good. If you have any questions, just in one moment. Yes, now hope it will be clear for everyone. For my project, what I said that let you know how you can grow with the economy as a global. Then you have to care about languages and computer science to be connect good as a global, not only national, no, but it must be global. You have to know more about culture, about the languages, about the computer science, how we can good contact as global. Thank you. I hope you it will be flexible for you to know something.
Thank you, Professor. Actually, that was a wonderful summing up for the whole session, actually, because I was thinking that all our students and who are educating, who are more in the age group of coming up, were talking. Whereas the end of the day, who's going to lead the torch and take it forward is a teacher, is the one that who was that, and you have filled that gap definitely. Coming as a professor, being an educator, how to take it forward. Thank you so much. Thanks for those valuable insights. As you have mentioned, it is very true that it all begins with self, and then, like as educators, we have got the responsibility of taking it forward to the student community, to lead the student community, to spearhead them in the right direction. As you know, if at all any change has to happen, it has to happen basically from the education industry. Yes. And the future of the civilization is definitely determined in the four walls of the classroom. This nobody can wipe it as such, at least for or maybe one decade from now. It's not going to change definitely. So as educators, we have got the prime responsibility of influencing those lives and being a role model of exactly taking it forward. That is what is required. And thank you for filling in that gap for today. And you have summed it so well. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. And also, you don't forget, we have a power from youth, but they don't know actually the knowledge. If they know, you will get more talented. They have to change the world, but just we step by step by them to let them grow. Just deliver the knowledge, the learning, and they will be great in the future. Thank you.
Actually, I differ little bit in that point. To be very frank, in this present scenario of education, with all this awareness and the whole storming of internet has influenced our life, they actually don't need to go to schools, to be very frank. I'm sure every student will agree with me, because everything is available in the internet and they don't need to go to that particular dogmatic culture of going to a particular institution or a college or a school. Instead, they can invest on their own skills, adapting them, looking into themselves with an art of engineering, such that what has to be done more, and they can really come up. And this whole system of education should be, I'm not for it actually, because this form of grading, giving them marks and saying that this is the target that has been sent, they don't need that. The students in generation have moved far ahead of these things, this culture which is being there. And these things are so conventional, and we have not moved further. To be very frank, as adults, we have not moved further from where we are stuck. But definitely our younger generations have moved far and ahead. If you give them the mantle, they will be able to lead. Only thing is they need little guidance here and there, and they will be really taking it forward, and they can do it. They are such capable kids. And
that's what I'm doing in my project. Actually, I solved this trouble. My students, they love me very much, more than their parents, because they get the knowledge from me, and they need to know. If they have a question and they have the answer, they still and they will be exciting to learn more. Then my point is, stakeholder must be care about updating knowledge in education.
See, I can, we are still deviating from the topic, but I can really give the justification. In the sense, like, why do we need to go to the prayer houses, like or temple, be it temple, mosque, or church? We feel that that one particular place where all the positive energies are there, and we will be influenced. We will be able to give out all our negatives, so that we are recouping ourselves with the positive energies when we go there with in terms of blessings or whatever thing which is there. But with due respects to all those things, why do we need an education institution? Is that it's not for learning actually. They are labs, they are instrumental labs where the student has already learned the knowledge, and they are coming there to experiment that, to experience that what they are learning, to apply the learning process, and to get whatever thing, to enhance it with their own ideas. In the sense, like, to move forward from their own ideas. It's not that they're coming for you teaching a book to the. You don't need to do that as a teacher. That's what I feel for the whole education system is all about. It's there in the internet. The internet has stormed us with so much of knowledge. So in that case, the schools or places or laboratories where students should come and experience their learning, collaborate with people. They need collaboration. So this is the avenue for them to collaborate with people. I've learned something. I found something in the internet new. I tried this. So this is what I have achieved. So I have come up with. Let's start working on this and let's move further. And innovation is something like, it's not like creating something new. It's enhanced. It's old wine in the new bottle. That's what is the innovation is all about. If we are talking about innovation, in that case, like, it's like enhancing what is present to making it something which will be usable. When you talk about examination system, when you talk about education system, it should be usable for the kids, such that they are not wasting time in the name of schooling, in the name of education. Well, go ahead. I'm totally different in those ideas.
Like also Dr. Breshna, actually, he has a wonderful project. How can deliver that for students? How they can know this knowledge? It's wonderful. What he has actually it's not easy, but it must be delivered for youth, for new generation, to make good climate change, and also make good knowledge in education. Everything we're all together, hand in hand, to grow with the world. Thank you. With this
very true, very true.
vision. Thank you.
So coming, yes, please.
Okay, thank you. It's done.
Thank you. So to sum it up in today's session, it was a wonderful session. Definitely, I enjoyed being here, and that too for all the inputs that we heard today. And it has been really replenishing, and definitely I've learned so many new things. I'm so happy. I'm always willing to learn from all my students actually. So it has really helped us a way forward. And definitely, I'm sure all these youth cabinet ministers will be able to take the lead forward to their younger generation. As we know, end of the day, culture. Culture is a key word that we're talking about. It can be defined in every way of life that we're talking, including arts, belief, institutions, population, passed on from generation after generation. Saying that as we're talking, going to school is definitely a culture that has been developed. But how does this culture, what is the thing that influences the economy of a country in various ways? When that becomes a question, is that very importantly, we need to look into ourselves. We need to definitely look into ourselves. And from there it starts. It all starts from self. And so whether it is consumer behavior or the cultural norms or the various traditions and values that shape up the consumer preferences that we're talking about, and the behaviors that we're talking about, it's not that the term money that we're talking about, the consumer behavior. What is consumer behavior is what is going to be present. Say, for example, if I want to think about buying a detergent for my home, the very name which comes to my mind is simply the alien. Who has formed the culture? It is we who have formed that culture. Who has given that particular brand? I'm sorry, I should not use any brand. That particular name of the brand of such a preference is that has been accepted by the people like us. So in that case, this first thing which has to be taken into account is the consumer behavior, how we react to it, how we accept it, how we follow it, how do we discriminate, how do we not discriminate, how do we accept it with all differences, being inclusive, being very adjusting such that we are able to drive the high levels of maybe our spending capacity or whatever thing. So second thing which attributes to the cultural attitudes is the entrepreneurship and innovation. Definitely we cannot have compromises. That was a beautiful presentation by one of the other speaker talking about risk-taking, entrepreneurship and the innovation influencing the entrepreneurship ecosystem of a country, and cultures that value creativity and innovation that tends to foster a very conducive environment for entrepreneurship, leading from high levels of innovation and economic growth. So, thirdly, it is about work ethic. How do we have a work culture, such that how do we work together in a collaborative environment to bring the best practices, business practices? What I mean is to have the customs influencing such that a decision-making process or data-driven, in this data-driven world, how do we maintain the security and secrecy in the code which is required? So all these things is understanding and accepting culture which contribute major to the global economy, definitely giving. And so, end of the day, what is a key thing that has that revolves around the whole factors, the cultural beliefs, with the government policies. Who has to bring in these changes if at all required is the development and implementation of the government policies, including fiscal, monetary, and regulatory policies, which attributes to the worst collectivism and that will shape up the welfare and the society safety nets that was required. So, when we talk about the cultural norms of trust and reciprocity with the societal cohesion, very key word that everybody has to remember is contributing to the formation of this social capital within the society with the due respect. That I respect you, you respect me. I respect your business, I respect it. And if I'm going to say something, it's not going to just words, it's going to be in action. So on the mutual respect, let's have this economic transactions which will reduce the transaction costs, promote cooperation leading to the economic development. So implementing this with the institutional development, taking it forward such as with the proper legal systems, with the rights, with equal rights for humanity, and all the governance structures which are required that will create strong cultural norms and fairness, rules of law more likely to develop. As such, within quotations, no one is left behind should be the motto. Will take the institutions forward that will support the economic growth and stability, such that it will have a major impact and a positive influence on international trade and investment, with cultural differences being accepted in the name of international trade and investment flows by influencing the market's entry strategies, cross-cultural negotiation, and consumer preferences in the foreign markets, understanding the cultural nuances that are existing as essential, successful international business cooperations and the operations involved. Thereby, it will help each country to influence their cultural heritage, tradition, and customs, and drive tourism and the cultural industries, contributing to the economic growth and employment opportunities. And countries with rich cultural resources can leverage them to attract tourists and generate revenue from the cultural expos. Overall, the culture definitely permeates the various aspects of economic life, shaping behaviors, attitudes, institutions, policies, etc., etc., etc. There has been brilliant presentation from each one of the speakers today, and I'm so overwhelmed with joy for having such a team of speakers today. I don't want to miss anybody in the miss out. That's why I'm not taking names, but each one of them had a very, very brilliant, and they deserve a big, 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 big round of applause with due respects to them, with real due respects to them for the brilliant presentation what they have presented today. Thereby, we believe that recognizing the influence of culture of the economy is essential for the policymakers, businesses, and the individuals to navigate the complexities of the global economic landscape effectively. Thereby, the change, but last but not the least, what is going to be the real takeover? Real takeover is that if at all we are thinking about change, the change has to begin in self, in ourselves. That We know that we are like stained glass. We sparkle and shine through the gleaming beauty of our own spectrum. We mirror and create our own selves. That is what is called as Aham Brahmasmi. We create our own selves such that when we create ourselves, we celebrate it, we collaborate it, we communicate it, we go and talk about it, such that we are able to influence the society and thereby take it to the country. So, if there is righteousness in the heart, there will be beauty in your character. If there is beauty in the character, there will be harmony in the home. If there is harmony in the home, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace in the world. So, if at all we are talking about the culture of a country, of a very clean country, what I'm talking about, of no black things, that avoiding all those negative points in this forum. So if you're talking about a clean culture for your country, a true culture for the country, it is in our hands that each one of us should contribute. So each one of you have placed, have sown a seed today such that it should develop, it should come up as a plant, it should grow as a plant. So this thought that we have sown on this platform today, definitely it will become destiny. How do I say that? Because today we have sown a thought. Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, it becomes a habit, reap a habit. When you sow habit, it becomes a character, reap a character. When you sow a character, thereby you reap your destiny. So as you sow, you reap. Today we have sown this thought such that we will be able to take it forward to the community in the further more years to come. On that note, I thank each one of you, each one of the participants. I'm really overwhelmed with joy for each and every presentation that has been presented today on this platform. It was so precious for me that each student has presented it so well, such that, and really our forum is reaching its objective. That's all I can say. Thank you so much. And yes, now I open it to all the speakers. If you can contribute for anything further, you can. Starting from Dr. Vishnu Padapus. Thank you.
Yes, I express sincere thanks and gratitude, and mostly today the school student has presented. It is very incredible, and it is very marvelous presentations. And we received invaluable knowledge capital from these students. They are studying maybe in high school level. So I congratulate them, and I also grateful to them because they share their knowledge. It's a very valuable things, and it's a very incredible, even marvelous things. I really appreciate, and I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to all students who has presented the paper today, and all presenters. Thank you so much.
True, Dr. Vishnu.
Of course, yes, of course, culture is one significant part of building a better civilization. So today's session mainly centered in the cultural development across the globe. So it is a very significant part to building a better civilization. So that's in that way, it is a very relevant conference today, and very relevant discussions all together, and we gain that many things from the students level. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Vishnu Padapus. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Roshni, I'm so curious, to be very frank, to hear it from you. Ms. Roshni, would you like to add something? Anybody else?
Just I want to say thank you, and also I so appreciate Dr. Prashna, because I attend many presentations from him. He's amazing, actually. I hope for you Dr. Prashna, you will be very successful in the future to deliver your project to support for green climate change. I so appreciate it. And also, Dr. Srividhya, I appreciate you because you have really a big heart. Your patient, it's really lovely because how many times you spend you're not angry, you're not nervous. That's cool from you. Actually, because I'm pro coach, I know exactly what about if you organize something like this global, and how you can patient for this, and how you can waiting for people, how you can support. It's not a big work. It's not easy, because I know exactly what about the host or moderator, or how they can be in the position. It's really, I appreciate you, and I hope for you very successful in your global organization. Just go ahead, and I'm waiting for updating. I'm ready at any time. Just that's my heart to give you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Roshni.
Yeah, ma'am, here. So, first of all, I have to thank the people who have chosen this topic. Why? Because not just choosing random topics, just like that, this is a common forum and speakers are going to present and all, but using this place rightly is where the presenters and the person who chose the topic did. So, and apart from that, what we present is next thing, but who is presenting is the main thing. Why? Because I could see people from the second generation who are going to handle the future in their hand. They are really so responsible, even than me. I am learning from them every week, so I'm so happy to be in this meet itself. And also, this is a beautiful continuation. Why? Because in the last session we concluded it with UN SDG goals, and again we are starting here the SDG goals with an important topic. And as usual, there itself we discussed about what is SDG goals and how it would help. But then now we learn more about that, and people, especially school children, learning about SDG goals is really interesting. Why? Because the main motto of SDG goals is to reach developed world by nearly 2030. But I think by seeing these kids itself, I could see that we should not wait till 2030. It may even happen before itself. So this is something overwhelming and exciting me for every session, ma'am. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you, Ms. Roshni. Being a youngster, being a representative youth committee, hearing it from you really motivates us, and definitely, as you rightly said, 2030 is far somewhere, is beyond our reach. Definitely, we will reach it before that, definitely. So that was a wonderful presentation, and our speakers today, Sai Shravan, and Mr. Shiva, who spoke on culture for climatic action for the global economy. Krishna Chandran, who spoke on culture for climatic action for the global economy again. And Mr. Ramana Krishnan, who's a student of Sri Sai Ram Engineering College, who spoke on creative economy and digital transformation enhancing the global economy. And also, definitely not to miss in the mention, Ms. Meenakshi, who's a student of BTech and representing Dr. MGR Engineering College, who spoke on culture and education for the global economy again, and Dr. Vishnupada Bose, who spoke on cultural public policies for the global economy, and Dr. Khalid, Professor Khalid, who spoke on culture and education for the global economy, have really given brilliant presentation, brilliant brainstorming presentation, outstanding presentation with all the insights that has been taken forward. And it is our duty to take it forward, and we will do whatever thing that required from our side to make it here. At least a simple acknowledgement to people who contributed their time, because end of the day, we should be highly appreciative of one's time, effort, and money. So time is the first thing that comes in that order. So we will appreciating your time. Definitely, you all will deserve. You deserve a good certificate, which we are promising that they will be giving you, and your effort has to be acknowledged. It will be acknowledged not only in this forum or where it has to be acknowledged. Definitely, we will help you with that. And moving ahead, let's start working together for your projects in terms of any help that is required. Thank you so much. On that note, we are closing today's session. Until we meet again for next Sunday with the sum up of all the topics, that is Sustainable 2030, Sustainable Agenda of 2030, that we are going to just cover up all the topics. And my request is that we need more speakers. If you can bring more speakers, that will make the topic, that will make that way, because it's a closure. That's the last week that we have got for the first phase of G20 summit. youth cabinet. So we are summing it up for all the weeks that we have spoken. We are going to take pointers and be speakers representing each topic. We want the speakers to come and speak on each topic, and we want more speakers. If you can spread the word around and if you can bring in more speakers, that will make our project more successful. Because I don't see you outside me. I mean, outside G20, you are all into it. So let's put our heart, soul, and mind together to make it more and more successful with the conclusive session of next week. So until we meet again, it's adieu from Srividhya on behalf of all our community partners and all our brilliant speakers. Thank you so much. I want more students. I want more speakers. Please help me out. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.